With devious dungeons, foreboding forests, and the coolest cats. My name's Phil, and welcome to the Dark Orb. Tonight we're going to be looking at our first actual play on the Dark Orb, Mörk Borg. A little bit about that before we start. I'll do a little intro into the scenario and into the world. This is from the beginning of this book. The wind from the west, from the sundered land, rot rides it and the stench of blood. Cursed walker, will you travel there? To the valley of the unfortunate undead. Our young ones are taken by the child thief Turgol, known for his vile crimes and alchemy of flesh. Distances shift, paths between places warp, as if this pale, lightless world possessed a will and bitter life, its mercy curdled to wrath over a too long age. Who are you? The grave robber with silver glittering between cracked fingernails? The mystic who would bend the world's miserable heart away from its inevitable end? Most likely, it makes little difference. No one has seen the sun in years. The old care more for sacrifice and god offerings than their bawling spawn. Doomsayers are proved right time and again and embraced by hidden powers. Maybe it's best to surrender, to trust your own instinct and skill rather than the whim of the dice. Before all is drowned in welcome silence, life locked and failing in a dark fort. Dark Fort is actually the English translation of the name of the game, which is Mörk Borg. We're going to be playing Rotblack Sludge, which is the scenario in the back of the main book. It's a grim, dark horror game, a work of dark fiction set in a dark medieval that almost nearly was. I say dark a lot on purpose. Our cast tonight are playing an assortment of worthless, gutter-born scum. Deserters, hermits, wretched royalty, heretics and occultists trying to earn their freedom from the imprisonment of the Shadow King, of whom we know nothing, but their imprisonment was just. They are at risk of their characters meeting a messy and gory death at one time or another. Please take that as a warning that this episode of the Dark Orb is not intended for children or those of a nervous disposition. It's not our desire to offend or upset anyone this evening, but we are going to have a little fun with the characters. There's probably going to be, gore and dismemberment, etc. Our players, and we'll meet them in a minute, have played role-playing games together before. In the unlikely event that any of them are made uncomfortable by any of the fiction during the game, they know to message me so that I can adjust the narrative for them. Finally, it's worth noting that the cast this evening, we're all British. The reason I draw attention to that is specifically because, to put it bluntly, no matter how hard we try, we're probably going to swear and curse quite a lot. Probably from the start, it's probably going to be me, to be honest with you. Just take that as a content warning. British humour is self-deprecating and very gutter-born indeed. Now that's over with, let's make a start. I'm Phil, and I will be the GM this evening. Joining us are Chris.
Hello, Phil.
Duncan.
Hi, Phil.
Erin.
Hello.
And new to the stream, Morgan.
Hello, everyone.
Let's take some time to introduce our characters. Duncan, would you like to go first?
I'm playing Bellum, who's a wretched royalty character. He's a former noble of the kingdom of Sveltland, but he's fallen into penury, so he's rather aggravated and bitter. But he has a companion, Hamfun the Squire, who carries his amazing sword, his cursed sword, Eureka. And he also has a small but vicious dog that accompanies him.
Awesome. Erin, would you like to go next?
Certainly, I am Wimut, and I too am wretched royalty. I'm from the caravan kingdom of Svedland, and I have accompanying me Poltroon, the court jester who is practically useless and personally irritating and an emotional drain.
Excellent.
I myself have a resting manic face. And I make friends very difficult. Hang on, I feel like I'm describing myself here. Yes, I cannot tolerate criticism, and I revolt in rage. I'm weeping.
Awesome. Morgan.
This evening, I'm Harmung. So I'm born of the mushroom, raised in the glade, watched by the eye of the moon in a silverback pool. Loudmouth and prone to substance abuse, decaying teeth, laughs hysterically at my own jokes. And I have a rare sought-after item, which happens to be a great big potion brewing laboratory that I lug around with me to mix up my horrible, weird and wonderful decoctions.
Really convenient thing to drag around.
I suspect it won't be for long, Phil. I'll get an axe through the back of the head.
Last but not least, Mr. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm good. So yeah, I've got Jotner, who is also an occult herb master, but slightly different. He's been raised in isolation, and he laughs at the most inappropriate times possible. So he's got a bit of a strange creature. And again, I've got some potions to carry around with me as well.
Ooh.
So we'll see who gets the best potions.
It's going to be a potion off.
Yeah.
It's interesting that both Bellum and Wemmet are from the same kingdom, the Caravan Kingdom. So perhaps they were cousins and blame each other.
That's quite fun.
Carved up the kingdom between us.
So let me just get this straight.
You got ham fun, I got fortune.
Brothers?
Possibly.
Different mothers, maybe. So let me just get this straight, because we haven't planned this at all, which is the best way to play Mörk Borg, I think. We've got 2 Wretched Royalty and 2 Occult Herbmasters. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
This will go really well.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work. But then again, you always roll up another character straight away.
Absolutely. If you enjoy this show tonight, then please like and subscribe and all that other stuff down there. Yeah, it just helps the channel, and we're obviously going to do more of this as time comes. In fact, I believe we have another Mörk Borg next Thursday. Let's make a start, shall we? So, you're not sure how long it's been, actually. If it's been hours or days or possibly even longer since you left that cell. It was dark, but everything is. It was cold and wet and smelled of damp and the people who died in it before. When you entered the cell for the first time, you were pleased it even had a window. But the screams from the other side of that window didn't really help your, let's say, your sanity, as that window just opened out onto the torture yard where others that had committed similar crimes were eventually tortured to appease the Shadow King. Not necessarily an unfair king, and it was a heretical theft that you all took part in. The theft itself was successful, and the Shadow King was impressed by your ability. You weren't quite so good at not getting caught, though, which probably didn't do you any favours. You remember that a masked seer came into the cell, looked at you and said that His Highness will permit you to live. Maybe. If you can find his son. You see, he recognizes talent and your ability to survive a challenging place and remove something that you felt should not be there was not unnoticed. Alden is missing. He's the one true heir of the king. And, of course, if he's not found and he doesn't have an heir, then his imbecile brother will succeed and become the king, and we can't have that, you know. He's a fool, a buffoon. Get the crown back, and get the son back, my apologies. And yes, you'll be free. He'll even pay you, maybe some land. But it won't be easy. You see, where we think he is, the accursed den, well, what can I say? Something hungers in the depths, an enormous creature like a vast intestine. You must avoid it. And, well, the lamps burn red, the lamp oil touched with human blood. Try not to make it be yours. But get the sun back, and maybe you'll not have to witness firsthand the horrors on the other side of that wall there. You agreed. It seemed like a fairly reasonable thing to do. Worst case scenario, you'll probably get a quick death, which is not what you would have gotten. So, before we start, I'm actually interested to know, and I don't know if any of you can remember this, what it was that you stole from the king. It was heretical. It was a while ago.
Vague memories of some of his fancy clothing.
My memory is suggesting some kind of religious slippers.
The holy slippers of the Shadow Lord.
The holy slippers. Those slippers were, of course, his birthright. And without those slippers, no one can become king. Of course, he was convinced that maybe you were getting the slippers for his brother. But you did a good job of proving that not to be the case when you pointed out that his imbecile brother couldn't even wear shoes properly. So, for some reason, he believes you, and he was impressed. I mean, you managed to break into his bedroom to get them, and that's not an easy task.
Got them straight out from under the bed.
Yeah. So yes, you've entered the accursed den, and let me just bring up the details here. Let's do a share screen. Here we go. So here we are at the accursed den. The entrance here, it smells really stale. There's a lit oil lantern hanging from the ceiling, swinging just a little bit. At the bottom of, well, on the floor, there's a crack in the flooring, and a small stream of water is crossing the room from the holes on the walls on either side. You can see small butterflies are flapping, just hovering over the water, flapping. They're black and violet in colour. They're the closest thing to beauty and anything that isn't infected that you've probably seen in a while.
Poltroon, investigate. That Wimmet insists that his rather pointless court jester that's been hanging around with him the entire time goes ahead and investigates the stream and the butterflies.
Why did you have to bring that bloody fool with you, Wilbert?
Look, I've told you before, don't criticize me. Poltroon follows me everywhere.
Well, I admit he's highly qualified as an idiot.
He is meant to be a jester. Can you not tell by the hat and the bells?
So good at sneaking around, bedecked with bells.
I didn't ask for him to sneak, did I? I told him to go investigate. I told you, don't criticize me.
And so it begins.
He investigates the butterflies. What does he do?
He sort of capers up to them. And goes,
Jingly, jingly, jingly.
and then goes to touch one.
It's a butterfly. It's quite pretty. It's definitely alive.
He reports back, Sire, it is an alive butterfly. Pretty dee.
North, you can see, and I'll bring that map up again. North, there are 2 wooden doors. Both of them are ajar. And of course, south, you've got the stairs that you just used.
I think Jotna's going to start to hobble forward with his walking stick. As he limps towards the stream, he says, somebody lift me over. Somebody help me.
Well, try and help him.
Hamfund, help the poor man over.
Oh, wonderful. 2 for 1. And I'm gonna take a giant step, about 1 foot, as I make it over the water. And I'm going to head to this left-hand door.
Left-hand door.
So, come, beauty in this part. There must be more inside. Let's go see.
Let me just...
Well, if he wants to lead the way, that's fine by me.
Let me just make that left-hand door more visible. We're doing Fog of War in a really challenging way. Let's put it that way.
It's going to build the anticipation.
Oh, yes. The anticipation would be a lot better if my right click was working. There we go.
Okay. Seems they've been preparing for dinner.
So in this room, it's warm and bright, actually, but it smells pretty foul. There's violin music from the north. It's faint and sad, quite melodious. Has everyone come into this room?
Yeah, follow along.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
There are 4 huge oil lamps, and there is indeed a large wooden table. It has 20 chairs, and it is perfectly set. Mugs, plates, and spoons. There's no food or drink, but it's otherwise quite immaculate and very inviting. A bearded man is at the far end of the table, whose skin is ashen and grey and his eyes are dark. He's dressed in a dusty old cloak.
Being at the door, I'll probably be the first one to say something. Is that, you sir, I believe these people want to talk to you. And I'll step off to the side.
He stares at that spot on the table. No response. There's nothing remarkable about the place that he's looking at. You try and work it out.
Is he breathing? Can I see that from distance?
He is breathing.
Okay, so he's alive.
Yes. Yeah.
It's awfully rude. Somebody else try and talk to him.
Oh, man!
Poltroon, move forward. Just tell this poor gentleman a joke. Get him to react. With that, Poltroon capers forward.
React with horror if it's anything to do with your fool.
And he, I say, Squire, I say. When is a stick not a stick? When it is a log.
The bearded man just stays there, as if transfixed or maybe waiting. It's hard to tell.
Hamfund, go and nudge the man.
Phil, while they're all messing around, I'm just going to take a seat directly opposite him at the other end of the table and start making myself a nice little magic mushroom brew because this is boring.
So if we've barely started, it's not time for a sit down yet.
Always time for a sit down. Start mixing up the brew, chopping up the maggies.
So you take a seat at the table, and I mean, it felt like it certainly felt like it had been waiting for you. Let's put it that way. Are you at the far end of the table?
Yeah, directly opposite him.
So directly opposite. Okay. So let's think there are 26. So there's 10 chairs down either side. It's a long table. Okay. So where you've sat, actually, there isn't a place setting.
Yeah, I noticed that. So it's empty because I'm literally chopping up with my axe, just chopping up some magic mushrooms on the table.
Okay. But nonetheless, it doesn't trigger a response, and the chair is very comfortable.
Lovely. Just keep on prepping my lovely little... Anybody want some?
There is another door to the north. There is a door to the east. And of course the door to the south. You can't quite see the door to the east, but it's just up on the top right-hand corner of that area there.
Hamfund the squire is going to go up and just sort of tap the old man on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, there is absolutely no response, I'm afraid.
There's no response, sir.
Has he been frozen in time?
Is he staring in any particular sitting at any location on the table, like there's a particular place sitting?
No, it's not really. Well, I suppose staring at a particular point is not necessarily accurate, but it's like he's just zoned out.
Right, I tell you what, Phil. Now I've probably made my little witch's brew.
Yep.
Chuck it in one of the goblets on the table. Mm-hmm. They're empty, I assume, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Put a little splash of water, big stir with my big dirty finger, walk down the table, bottoms up, old boy, push his forehead back, and pour it down. Try and pour it into his mouth.
Okay, he's not going to resist that.
Any life in the old dog?
No response whatsoever. What does that do?
Oh, it's literally hallucinogenic.
Okay. What was it that you made up?
So it was Esmil's vapor.
Let me see if I can find that.
So it's
a difficulty. Do you want to just read it out for everyone?
Yeah, sorry. So it's just a difficulty 14, and it's hallucinogenic for 1d4 hours.
Okay. No response.
I'm going to go. Bellum's going to go and sit at one of the place settings at the table, and admire the sort of goblets and things, and see whether there's anything of worth.
Yeah, I mean it's a lovely set of crockery and cutlery, and quite clearly you've got a full set here with all these 10 settings that are out, and the chair is very comfortable.
Bellum, if you start at one end of the table, I'll start at the other. We can clear all the cutlery off it. If you've got space in your sack, I've got space in mine. We could probably rebuild the kingdom.
The sack? I don't carry sacks around. Hamfund's got the sack.
Face to do it for you then. No, you Hamfund. Yes, him. He carries your sword. He can carry your knives and forks too.
Hamfund, collect the goblets. Anything of value. You know the drill.
Wimut sort of comes up to the table and starts sort of scooping along the place settings, like he's sort of trying to loot the knives and forks. Poltroon, come here. Give me your hat to empty this into. Tries to scoop the knives and forks off the table into Poltroon's hat, so you can then put it back on.
You've done that with a relatively swift efficiency. I believe this isn't your first time looting a poor innocent man.
He Clearly,
You don't
he's
know
not going
royalty.
to use it.
Yeah. You don't know royalty very well, do you?
I assume he doesn't look like royalty to me.
Whoa, I say the old boy's woken up.
Oh, of course, I remember the time when that was, there was one time when we had all of the kings in the hall, and it was great. I mean, we ate pigs, and I think there was daylight back then. Oh, it was a very strange time. And you, sir, I mean, I very much like your waistcoat.
And who's he talking to?
To you, Bellum.
I kind of look down and at my chainmail.
I once had a thing with I was a fine young filly. I mean, she was a very good with a needle. She once made the finest shirt I'd ever seen in all my life. It would have gone wonderfully with your waistcoat. Yeah, I mean, well, you hungry?
There doesn't seem to be any food here.
Didn't ask if you wanted food. I asked if you were hungry.
Phil, I'm just going to sidle off to the side a bit, towards the door towards the door in the northeast corner of the room.
Okay. Oh, he's a sly one, isn't he? I mean, and one think that old person had something to hide. I mean, I don't trust old people. Old people. They're awful.
You
I
seem
don't
to be
just
an
old people either. Sorry, go on, Bellum.
And then he zones out again.
You seem to be an old person yourself, old man.
And then he zones out again and is back as he was.
Oh, the man is clearly befuddled.
Well, I haven't eaten since the prison cell. It's I think it'd be a good job to be on something else other than bread and water. Where is this food he's talking? We are getting food. He asked if we were hungry, right? Are there servants about?
He asked if we were hungry. Not that there was food.
You hear some noises from the door to the east, which I appreciate isn't very easy to see on the map. I will try and rectify that.
I can't see the map at the minute.
I know, that's on purpose.
It's very hard to see on the map.
Well, it sounds like the servants might be coming after all. Maybe there is some food.
I don't know why I did this such an antiquated way. Yes, I do, because it's easier than sharing Photoshop. Open weird. So you can see it a little bit better there now. So there's a door just to the northeast, and yeah, you can hear noises from there now. People, in fact, you can hear. I think there was 3 distinct voices. People sounding quite grumbly.
I'm gonna get up from my seat that I just sat down at. Be like, oh, they must be here for the food as well. I'm gonna go open the door. I said, are you here for food?
You open the door to, bear with me. I didn't set them up because I'm good like that. There are a number of guards. And I'll tell you exactly how many there are in a second, because I failed to add them to here. Here we go. 3 guards. And they're dressed in leather. And all of them each have a sword.
And they've just come through the door.
They're in the room.
In the doorway to the east.
To the east?
Yes,
northeast,
to the east.
yeah.
The northeast doorway.
In that room, Chris, you also see there's a fireplace. And the moment you open that door, that sort of heat from that just bursts at you. It's not supernatural, but it's
Just warm.
These guys are clearly cold-blooded, not in a literal sense, but they like their warmth. There's a wooden table with chairs on it.
I was going to pull the door to again and say, that's just the guards' room. What about the other door?
That's the one I'm stood by, is it?
I think so.
Bellum's
So they
gonna
just followed
stand
you
up.
out of that room?
No, I just turned around and came back out. I just opened the door, I had a look in. That's not the servants with the food. Close the door.
Bellum's going to stand up. He's not quite sure what he's going to do. He's looking at the door that the guards were there, and he's like, don't want to be there. And he's going to watch Harmon to see what happens.
So you going to the other door? Did you say?
I'm at the other door. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll pull it open.
Okay, I will just sort that image out as well. That other door basically is a really dark corridor.
Oh, it's always good to have a escape route.
And is the violin music still playing? And
Say again?
You said there's like violin music or something at the start.
Yes, yep. you
Yeah.
can still
So
hear
that's not from any of the rooms we've been in so far.
No.
It's still in the distance. Okay. So there's potentially somebody else here.
Phil, are there any torches and sconces on the wall or anything?
There were oil lamps. Hang on. Just going to refresh the map. There we go.
Or you said there was a candelabra on the table, didn't you?
There were, in fact, on
Not
the
anymore.
table, 4 giant oil lamps.
I only stole the knives and forks.
Yeah, there are still 4 giant oil lamps on the table, but there's mysteriously no cutlery.
Shocking.
It was
Where did
there
that go?
But in
It's
the
like
time it's taken
evaporated.
for you to walk past the old man and get to that door and look down this corridor, basically, the cutlery has mysteriously vanished.
Amazing.
Poltroon
Pick up
is
one of these
even
oil
more
lamps.
jingly.
Pick up one of these oil lamps if it's pick upable. Is it pick upable?
Sure, but it's pretty unwieldy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Pick it up and take it back to the dark corridor and see if I can throw some light down this corridor.
Sure. Okay. Meanwhile, Chris, these crooked guards, they look at you. As I said, there's 3 of them, and
Have they opened the door again then?
So did they join us in the room then?
I think I'm probably in the process of closing the door as they see me. I think.
Okay.
as they see you, they go, "All right."
And I'll continue with my thought. These aren't the servants with the food. Where are the? I'll turn back to the guards. And where are the servants with the food? This gentleman asked if we were hungry, and I said I haven't eaten for a while. So
I don't remember any servants.
well, which way's the kitchen? Maybe I could fetch it myself for the group.
Kitchen? I'm not really sure where the kitchen is. Sorry to
no,
tell you that.
Well, don't worry. It can't be a huge place. I'll find it. I'll just follow the smell.
obviously, there's the dining hall, isn't there? I mean, there must be a kitchen, I suppose.
Exactly. Yes.
What about you, Steve? Steve, is there any? No, I don't know. Don't remember the boss talking about any kitchens.
What's the boss's name again?
Fletcher.
Fletcher. That's the one. Yes, Fletcher. Yes. I'll go ask him again. Yes. And I'll turn around. Head out
Let
the
me
door.
know.
So that was a lock, like a boxed off room. There wasn't a second exit out. That was it.
How far in did you go?
I suppose if those guys are covering the doorway, I wouldn't have gone in more than like a meter.
So you will see from where you were. Actually, let me just go.
Okay, so I would have seen the
overlay.
table.
Yeah.
Oh, so I probably
you
would have
see
seen
there's
to the 2 doors.
Yeah,
north
so
and
there's a
south,
door
right?
here, and there's a door up here. You won't
Yeah.
have seen that there's a door here.
No. Okay, well I know there's potentially rooms off that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to separate from the group. We are here for a reason. I will turn around.
Okay. That corridor, Morgan, it is dark. It's dark and cold. You can see that there is light at the end of the corridor. And that violin music that you're hearing, it sounds like it might be coming from that way, but it's hard to tell. Because it is kind of ever-present, but it might be stronger at the other end of the corridor. You can't really see much more than that because it's such a dark corridor.
Hey, fools! There's light at the end of this corridor. And start walking down it.
Okay. You're going with?
Yep.
Oh, yes, don't go too far. Yes. Run
Right.
after. I'll hobble after him.
Okay. About
Quickly.
halfway. Go on.
Quickly, Hamfun, before Wemmer gets there, we must beat him there.
With that, Raymond elbows his way through. Don't keep up, Poltroon.
As you make your way down the corridor, I mean, it's the corridor of an old house, so I mean, it's dark, it's cold, creaks a bit. There's not a great smell. The whole house has got that not great smell. I mean, maybe it's like almost like that, a mixture of that musky smell that you get with old properties, and maybe even the vegetable soup smell that we all remember our grandparents having. And it's just not great. There's also a slight smell of rotting meat. There's no light in the corridor other than that which you're carrying, but there is light at the end. As you progress down the corridor, you do realise that there are paintings on the walls, though, and they're not necessarily that exciting. Mostly landscapes. They're fairly bland. One does catch your eye. It's about halfway down, and it's got quite a nice frame. Slightly wonky, but it looks. The painting itself is still really boring, but it's got a nice frame to it.
Okay.
Do we recognise the painting at all, like the location or anything?
You don't. But you're also not too sure where you are with relation to where you were. Mm-hmm. You can't recall if you had travelled for, as I said at the top, whether it had been a couple of hours or a few days, because time is kind of strange in this land. And you've been confined to a cell for a long time, so your sense of time is gone. Also, there's no natural daylight anymore. You just have variations of grey.
Bellum's going to go up to the painting and and just kind of look behind the picture, lift it from the wall and just look behind it.
Lift it from the wall. Okay.
Just lift it away from the wall.
Too late, Duncan. You said it now, but
you all notice that Bellum has lifted that painting as you all fall down the trap.
Duncan.
You land.
Safe.
You do land in. I'm just scrolling to the right page here.
Phil, is there any chance I could throw that lamp forward before I fall down the hole? Or am I falling holding a great big oil lamp?
You're falling holding a great big oil lamp.
Oh, deep joy.
And now I remember that. That's going to help. You land in a tunnel. And it's a very tight tunnel. And as such, it hurt quite a lot. You'll land on top of each other. I need you all to roll d6 damage modified by your armor.
God. 4 for me.
That is 1 for me.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 as well, which actually became 0 because I got armor on.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 damage, and I've got scale armor, which is a d4 damage minus d4, so none.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, and I rolled a 1 on my d4 damage on my armor, so I got 1.
Okay.
So I have no armor, so I'm down to 1 HP. So
Okay.
as he lands and kind of rolls around, my other leg, he's going to take a little vial from his jacket, and he's just going to quickly take that vial. He's got an Elixir Vitalis, heals D6 HP, stops infection, but is habit forming. I take 1 HP back, so I'm on 2 HP.
Okay, so you've landed in a tunnel. You can hear kind of voices from the ceiling, and they're singing in a really somber minor key. The Let me see here. There is a passage to the west. Effectively, it's really tight. Large and bulky things will not fit down that tunnel.
Oh,
So
I have some lard. Potentially, we could
What
fit
you-
through.
What do you imply? I am neither
That's-
large
so-
nor
so I've-
bulky.
That's all I've got to help, I'm afraid.
Well, we're all a lot thinner than we were before we went in the jail.
Maybe
Well,
just for the
true, breathe
jester,
in.
then. Just for the jester with the big hat, you know.
I mean, collapsible things like hats will be fine. If you're wearing heavy armor, you're going to struggle with that. You may also struggle with that oil lamp, but you can see that there is literal light at the end of the tunnel.
What's in the other direction?
The other direction, you've got just a normal opening to the east.
Or like a doorway?
Well, you're in a tunnel, so it looks like it might be
that's-
slightly easier to go that way.
Go that
So
way.
but you can't see any light at the end of that tunnel. It just goes
Correct.
off into the
There's
distance.
no
It's all
light
dark.
really coming from that direction.
Well, I'm not giving up my portable laboratory for this. I'm going that way.
Well, you can leave your laboratory there and come back for it if you wanted to.
No
Or-
chance.
okay, that's fine.
Didn't the seer warn us about tight things and intestines? This is rather like an intestine of a rather large form. Are you sure you want to go down there?
I'd rather not think of it as an intestine, thank you.
Send your gullible fools down there. Go and see, go and see
Yes.
what's going on.
Poltroon, we must send Poltroon down towards the light as it gets narrower to see what's down that end, because we must not even sort of accommodating the idea of removing his scale mail, and he's not going to squeeze down that tiny.
Well, your
little
scale mail's not heavy armor, is it? Is it D6?
No.
It's tier 2.
Yeah, so that would be fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not
It's
wearing.
fine. He still sends him down
Okay.
down towards the light to report back on what he sees.
Okay.
So he
He's gone a
jingles
little
some
while.
papers, and a fork and a knife drop out of his hat every now and then
Mm-hmm.
as he jingles along.
Okay. Bear with me a second. So he's gone a little while. Comes back. Says says there was it was quite nice there. It was hot. Lots of flowers. Lots of flowers. There's cactuses and flowers and trees, and I can see the moon.
Oh, the moon. Oh, yes, I'll go. Yes. Lead the way.
Sounds
Okay.
like the way out.
Yes, might be outside.
But we're meant to be going in.
Well, we're meant to be looking for Alden, the brother, the son.
He could
sorry.
be there for all we know.
But we just came from outside. Did we not?
Yeah, but we came down some steps and in. So
Well, let's go find
Yeah.
out. Yes. Yes. It's been a while since I've seen the moon. Anyway, let's go.
Harmag, you just going to stay put, protect your.
Yeah, for the moment, I'm just
Okay.
going to sit down, and start making another set of potions.
Okay. So
I'm just
I
like
would
just
imagine, without wanting to put words into others' mouths, that they can always send Hamfund or whatnot, Pauldrum back to let you know what's going on, so that you're not left in the literal dark too much. The rest of you follow along this tunnel, and I'm just going to update the map that we're all looking at. Yeah, so as you walk down or crawl through this tunnel, it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And
getting a
it
little hot.
doesn't smell too awful, all things considered, which is a bit of a surprise. Smells sweet. You'd forgotten what sweet smells like. And in fact,
It smells like the rose garden at the old palace.
you realise you're in a greenhouse. There are oil lamps hanging from chains from the ceiling. And indeed, it's a glass-walled room with plants, palms, cacti, with flowers everywhere. There's carnivorous plants, there's traditional plants. You haven't really seen this level of life in a very long time. And indeed, overhead, you can see the moon, the real moon. It's not a picture.
Can I have a look around, see if there's any kind of herbally things that might help from all these plants I haven't seen for a long time?
Sure, why not? Let's have a look and see what you might find.
Weemutt sends Poltroon back to report to Harmon what we found. That it's a greenhouse and there's plants and whatnot in it.
Bellum's little vicious dog Prince is going to just whittle up one of the nearest plant.
Large cactus.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've finished brewing up now, so I'll leave my laboratory with the big lamp, and then make my way down to where they all went.
As you look around, and I think Chris, your character, would see this first. There's a woman there. She's at a small camp. She's sitting by a campfire. She has a book. She's reading.
Ah, hello. Are you Fletcher?
Oh, hello. Oh, no. Don't be absurd.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my bearings.
You're not friends with Fletcher, are you?
Oh no, I just heard his name earlier.
No. Well, of course I'm not Fletcher. I'm Lesdy. Lesdy. And Lesdy she has long dark hair. She's dressed in a gunny sack with armholes in it. She seems quite nice. She addresses all of you. Says, would you care to join me and take a seat? I have food.
Oh well, yes. Why not? I've not had food for a while. Yes. So,
Okay.
would the rest of you like to join? Are we okay to stop for a moment?
Absolutely.
What kind
Stomp
of
on over to the campfire.
Yes.
So she offers you a seat.
Poltroon,
and,
bring me a knife and fork.
Oh, you won't need that. Don't be silly.
We're the only visitors.
Nice cup of tea.
No, most certainly, yes.
Let me introduce you to my my three companions here. Prugel, and Kvetin.
Okay.
Who's she looking at, Phil?
There are three young companions. She says that they're her hosts, rather. And so but my hosts are here. And they each bring kind of large cups of a brew of some description.
Give it the old dip and take. Obviously, I'm a hardened drug addict, so I should be able to work out what's in there, if it's going to kill us or not.
Yeah, it's going to be quite hard. I would say
All right.
that's going to be a presence test with a DR of 16.
Okay, that's a D20 roll, isn't it?
D20 roll, modified by your presence modifier.
Oh, no chance. I rolled a 3. I think he's got a +2.
Smells
That's
really, really tasty.
Cool.
And you look at it and like, you haven't had a cup of tea in a really long time, and it looks like a pretty good tea.
Wash it back, but no messing about.
Okay. If you were at all injured in your fall, you are feeling a bit better. Anyone else partaking of the drink?
Yeah, seeing that Harmug has taken it,
Yeah.
I'll take a swig. Yeah.
Okay. So
He's trying to-
everyone
he's-
roll a d6. And
Phil, just as they start to take it, go.
nice. Everyone roll a d6. You heal that many hit points.
Nice.
I only had one lost anyway, so
I didn't lose any. But I rolled.
So tell me, Leslie, are you living in this greenhouse?
Well, yes, absolutely. I'm I'm trying to deal with Fletcher. He can't be trusted.
That's why the hostility. But why the small hole to get in? Why not have a proper door?
He's not a small man.
Does it keep you safe?
Defenses.
As you start your next sentence, it feels like the ground is sinking. The walls are rippling like ocean waves. And the hosts draw their long knives and attack you.
Oh, bugger. Hamfund! Hamfund! Bring the sword!
You all managed to spot that. And you won the initiative.
Oh,
Which is something that you never did in the last game that we played, I must
we
point
did
out.
not. How the tables have turned.
Yes. Your defense
How the
and
rules have
attack
changed.
rolls are all going to be -2 whilst you're sweating and slurring and everything's a little bit blurry.
Okay.
Poltroon capers around, and the first 2 rounds of combat, Weemut and his allies get a +2 on attacks and defense,
Okay.
Nice.
according to the character sheet.
Okay, so for the first 2 rounds, your attacks are not modified because you're kind of bolstered by this absurd tomfoolery.
Yes.
We'll
Phil,
just go in
I,
clockwise order. So let's start with Bellum.
Oh, right, okay.
There are 3 of these guys.
Okay, Bellum's hopefully got his sword from Hamfund the Squire. How do I know whether he has or not?
Well, there was quite a discussion about this, actually, and what the criteria are.
Sorry.
So the criteria appear to be that you can only draw the sword when Ham is present.
When Ham?
Indeed.
As in ham, as in pork ham.
Well, that was the question, and in fact, Mörk Borg has got a Discord, and I posed this question in there, and the best answer that I'll be fair, there was only one person that replied because it was a very short time ago. I thought maybe they mean the meat, but ham is capitalized, and one thing that was posited was maybe we mean ham in the amateur dramatics sense. So Duncan, I will allow you to draw your sword if you join the drama club for the next 3 rounds.
Come on, Matt. Give it the Yorick.
Just channel your inner Rick
In
Mail.
a Hamlet.
Oh my god.
Because there's definitely no ham here.
Okay.
Channel Viv from
Yeah, I'm going to
Silver.
have to. Damn it! Damn it! I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? Damn. Give me the fucking sword. Hamfund, give me the sword.
And he snivels over to you and holds the scabbard up.
I'm going to try and grab for the sword.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. All right, and I'm going to flourish it in a very camp manner, and then try and swing it around in a big arc and chop one of the people's heads off.
Okay, who are you going for?
The nearest one.
So
me.
one of the hosts.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because they got the knives.
they have got the knives. Yes.
Well, they're the ones that attacked.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've drawn their knives on you. They haven't actually attacked you
attacked
yet
yet.
as such, but it's pretty clear they're going to.
Yeah.
There's no double cross going on
Drugged
here.
us and they draw knives on us.
Right, exactly. Okay, so roll all your attack. These guys are, by the way, they're dressed in rags.
Okay, it's a modified. That's 14.
Okay, that's a hit.
So I roll 2d6 damage. That's a 6. 7 points of damage.
So straight away, you take this long, the sword that you've got, and you.
Well, I've got to
swing it.
roll. I've got to roll actually to see whether I. Yes, all right, fine. Okay, carry
swing
on.
that sword, and the head comes clean off. You've completely beheaded the first guy.
Efficient.
Why? He's beside himself.
Blood sprays everywhere. That blood covers your clothing, and also the clothing of Hamfund and Wimmert.
Oh, good shot, Bella, but you got it on me.
Oh, I'm covered in claret now, darling.
And Erin, it's your turn.
Damn it, why do I have to do this every time?
Wimmert grabs his short sword from his side. Goes, Poltroon, keep capering and being the fool that you are. And with that, anything you could do, Bellum, I can do too. And with that, he goes to slice at the nearest host to him.
Yep.
Yay! That hits.
Excellent.
Does 3 points of damage.
Okay, well done. You
He slices, but doesn't quite behead him.
no. You get him across the chest, and yeah, a great big bloody gash opens up across the chest there, and it starts to discolor their already quite unappealing rags. And this guy's pretty young. In today's day and age, we'd class them as children, but they're probably teenagers. Doing what they're instructed to do, and he's not very happy. He's a little bit upset. Harmug, you're up.
Right. Whip out the hand axe.
Nah.
Pour my Hyphos enervating snuff across the blade.
Yep.
Poison my tea, would you? So he's gone berserk,
Awesome.
and he's gonna
approve.
try and chop Leslie's head off.
Oh. Now, hang on a second. I need you to roll presence.
Yeah.
Difficulty rating is going to be 16, I think.
Okay. I've just rolled an 18 and I got +2, so I rolled 20.
You managed to turn around just to see her slipping into that tunnel.
She's done a runner, has she? Mm-hmm. Can I attack the nearest person next to me then?
Yeah, I mean,
because he's gone berserk. He'll literally just go for anybody who goes near him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do you want to go for the one that Wimmert's just hit, or the other one? You've only got 2.
Well, go for the one nearest, whoever that might be. If it's the one nearest Wimert, I'll go for that one.
Tell you what. Building on fire. It's the one that was hit before.
Oh, there we go then. So have a dab at that one.
Not a building on fire. So you're going for the other one.
Yeah. Okay. Clear that. So if I throw. Oh, sorry. I got one of these dice things. So rolled a 12.
Yep, that's a hit.
But I got my strength, isn't it? So I got -1.
That's
just 11.
Miss.
But he gets 2 attacks because he's gone berserk.
Yep. So he gets to roll again.
Got 17 that time, so 16
Excellent.
to hit the
That's
second
very much a hit.
and then clear that. D6. 4, 5 damage. Do you take 1 off for the strength of the damage, or is it just?
It's just a straight damage.
It's just straight damage, so 5 damage.
Cool. I believe, anyway. So, cool. Yep. And that was with an axe.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So he's still alive, but do you want to describe what you did?
Yeah, obviously
he's
just
very hurt.
Yeah, just try to cleave. Took a big wild swipe at first, then a big backhand cleave to the top of the head.
Okay, yeah. So he is proper bleeding through his hair, and there's a good chance that skin's just going to slide right off in the next round. Chris.
Yes. I think Jotner, I presume I would have seen Leslie make a run for the hole.
If you succeed in a presence roll, because she's
Okay.
basically very, very good at just slinking away at the slightest sign of violence.
I didn't see that.
So you will notice that she's missing if
Yeah.
you're now looking for her.
But I don't know where she's gone.
Yeah.
But I still see one of these guys in front of me. So I'll go for the nearest one, which will probably be the first one that Erin hit.
Okay.
So I'll take a swipe with my club, my walking stick. It's 10 exactly.
That's a miss.
As I just kind of bop down next to him and miss.
Okay. And he's going to turn around. You're the last person that tried to attack him. He's going to try and hit you. So that's just a straight agility roll. See if you can avoid that.
No, that's 4.
That's unfortunate. Don't forget, and this is especially useful for Harmon, for Morgan, you should have a number of omens on your character sheet.
1.
Okay, that 1 omen will enable you to... there are a few different things that you can do with that.
Reroll either your own roll or somebody else's roll.
Yeah.
Max damage.
With 1 attack. Lower damage dealt to you by 1d6. Neutralize a crit or a fumble. Or lower a test difficulty rating by -4.
Oh, okay.
So cool. Save it till you really need it.
Yeah.
But be aware it's there. Chris, I need you to roll a d6, please.
Okay. 6.
That's your damage roll.
Cool.
As the host slashes at you with this great big long knife.
The knife just goes straight through his guts as you see part of his stomach and his intestines start to fall out. And he's like, and he falls backwards. He's dead. -1.
The last thing you see, Chris, as your head rolls back, is in the corner of the greenhouse. You see a person who is quite clearly just trying to keep themselves to themselves, but they share this kind of common distrust of Fletcher. Who are they? What do they look like? It's your next character.
One moment. Let me press the
Like
button.
magic.
Yeah. Oh, I can't have that. Well, I'm not going to take the name from it because we've already got that name. But so I'm just going to read the general blurb.
Should we come back?
Go for it. Yeah. Can you come back at the next round? I'll have read it.
Okay. So the other character, the other host, is going to go after Harmog probably because he did quite a lot of damage.
And I'm probably jumping up and down in front of him, spitting and snorting and sneezing and God knows what.
Not to miss.
Give me dodgy tea, you bastard! I'll teach you how to brew a proper brew. Okay, so to roll defense in Mörk Borg is a d20. It's an agility roll.
Yeah, the difficulty's increased because it's DR 14 because he's high as a kite.
Okay, are you wearing armor?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so that also will be modified by your armor. So what kind of armor do you have on?
I've got light armor on leather.
Okay, so it's a... oh, no, you'll be fine then. If it's light armor.
So I rolled an 18, so does that mean I've
You
survived?
successfully dodged.
Oh, there we go.
You're like, well, dodgy.
Just full fat slippery because he's high as a kite.
Yeah. Yeah, it might not have been on purpose, but somehow you've managed to stumble out of the way of the oncoming
Jerking
attack.
around too much. It's like, come back
Yeah.
here.
If you look closely, he's gurning as well.
He's busy, he's gurning, he's busy sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! Trying not to cut his own head off with his axe.
And he's got this inner beat, you know, you can hear the violin music and he's kind of...
Big fish, little fish, big fish, little fish.
Exactly. Bellum, you are up.
Bellum's kind of mildly disturbed by Harmon going crazy next to him, but he's going to sort of go as if nobody's looking, and he's just going to go right behind the one that's attacking Harmon and going to hit him.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. They're pretty damaged, and as mentioned before, they were nastily cut by this axe, and their hair does begin to slip down the back of their head. It was a nasty cut.
Well, he's got a 16.
Yeah, it's a hit.
And 6 and 4. That's 10 points of damage.
What do you do? Finish him off.
Well, I think he's been feeling a bit sort of embarrassed by the fact that he's sneakily gone round behind this person and hit him from behind. It's not a very noble thing to do, but he's kind of more like what he would do anyway. So he's just kind of going to go push and then kind of like shuffle out the way as if nothing's happened.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to really be focusing on it. He's just kind of hitting and then move off.
Cool. So that leaves one host left, and he bear with me. Let's say 6. He looks up at you and just says, please, we're only doing what we were told to do. I mean, it's not our fault. Don't kill me.
Just jump at him and absolutely club him over the noodle.
That's if Wimmet doesn't do something first.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's going, no, don't kill me.
Don't kill me.
Wimmet's like, don't criticize me. Don't tell me I'm doing it wrong. No! With that, he goes to stab him.
At least I got the excuse of drugs.
He fails to hit him, though. I only rolled a 6.
So enraged that there was just an absolute failure. So, Harmo, go on. Do your thing.
So I rolled a 16. So
That's
a
a
hit
hit.
on the first one.
Yep.
Sorry, we got a police helicopter going over the top. It's a bit out of character, but there you go. And he does 6 damage.
Yeah. What do you do? How do you finish it off?
Literally just bop him over the head the first time, and then with the back just right into the guts. And
Nice.
rip the axe out.
Nice. Yeah. And those guts just fall out onto the floor.
And they laugh hysterically. Ha! cape around the room a bit.
Oh, what an excitable fellow we have. I didn't realise he was this excitable.
And Sarvif, you are no longer in the company of people that you understand.
So I'm kind of tucked away in a corner, and I suppose that's kind of the battle's died. Well, I say battle. Slaughter's died down. All you hear is like a slight whispering as you see a red-haired, skinny noble, well-dressed noble, kind of cowering under.
Nobles.
Oh, not another one.
Kind of cowering under a table. And he's talking to. He's got a little mirror in his hands. And he's talking to this mirror. And he's like, "You're better than this. You can do this. I know you can do this. This is not my fault. You can do better. I know I can do better than this. Where did they go? Where did Leslie go? She was useless. Where did Leslie go? What did you do with her?"
I need to ask: are you reassuring the mirror or yourself?
Myself. I haven't started talking to the sword yet.
Yes.
So it's coming.
At least you didn't get the horse.
So is he well dressed?
He is well dressed, yeah.
Another gentleman. What do you do? What brings you to this strange place?
I can't quite remember why I'm here, but one thing led to another, and I was fighting, and I was winning, and then I was losing, and then I was lost, and then I'm here. I have no idea how I got here.
Poltroon, get him, bring him from under that table. Here, you just come join us. That is better than being under that table. Poltroon, stop pissing about, you stupid jester.
What a stupid jester!
Pity thee! The person under the table.
Fool's a fool.
I'm gonna put my mirror away. I'm gonna get my sword back around my belt. He's got a nice fancy sword. He's got a big full coin pouch, and he's got this large horn strapped to his belt as well.
Why, I see thou has such a horn.
It's my horn, but my sword told me not to use it, to only ever use the sword. I'm not going to be using the horn, no matter how much you ask me.
Sensible boy.
Poltroon offers a hand.
Well,
Would you come with us?
Thank you. My name is Sarif.
I am Poltroon, the most wonderful, magnificent jester of the land.
Yes. But what about the others?
I serve Weemut, the most noblest of the royalty of Tevlin and his brother. Poltroon, come back here now. Bring that man here.
And Bellum just walks over and cuffs Poltroon round the head.
And knives and forks scatter around him.
I'll just stare at them all slightly vacantly, dribbling. Sort of froth, all just coming out my mouth.
That's what I normally do anyway, to be fair.
Hamfun, give Harmug some of your water. He looks a bit expired. So Hamfun's going to go and give you some water.
Yeah. Take a good swig of the water, spit it out, and then take a moment, sit at my bottom, and weep.
He is a strange fellow. Right.
It's a big come down. This is a big come down. It's a big crash.
Yeah. So you are in a greenhouse. It's warm. It smells sweet. There are 3 corpses on the floor. They were dressed in rags. Definitely kind of zealots, basically.
Not much of value or interest on them, I suppose.
Not likely, but you can certainly have a look. And if you want to plunder their corpses, we can use the corpse plundering rules from the book, but I'll only let you find something if it's something that seems feasible. So that seems
I'm also interested in how they look. Do they look like normal humans, or there's anything strange with them?
They look like young. Probably realistically, there's probably 2 young men and a young lady, and they were probably effectively donated by their parents to a better life. Is probably what was expected.
Poisoning people. Doesn't seem a better life.
They may not have made the poison. They were just serving the.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do a looting just for a bit of fun.
Okay.
See what comes up.
So that
Can I crawl over? Sorry to cut.
No,
can I crawl over to Chris's old character body?
Yes.
On the floor and just start to, because he was also a herb master, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just see what I can pull off his corpse. Anything of any use?
I had 4 potions left. I had 2 Elixir Vitalis.
Yeah.
And I had 2 Fenor's Filtra.
Cool.
And then I think I had something like 45 silver pieces. Everything else was pretty useless. Oh no, I had a bomb.
A bomb?
Yes. I had a bomb.
What a bomb?
1d10 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, happy days.
The rest was pretty useless. It was like a water skin and lard. Do you need the lard? Might be useful.
Molotov cocktail with a lump of lard.
Yeah. Just to ease it down. Depends what you're trying to blow up, I suppose.
Got napalm.
I've seen the boys.
Okay. So, whilst you're doing that, there are 3 corpses, 3 D66 rolls. So just
D66.
D66. So assign 1 D6 as your 10s, and the other one is your.
Okay. So that is 14.
The remains of something worthless crumbles in your hands.
56.
Is it just you looting, or should we let someone else?
No, it's fine. We wouldn't go near it.
You a pair of weighted dice.
Oh, great! He's a addicted gambler, so he'd like that. And 45.
It's a vial of something. You
Okay.
I think it's maybe some kind of alcoholic tincture or something like that. Some kind of potion.
Okay.
If you
I'll pocket it. I'm certainly very pleased with the weighted dice. He's tossing them in his hand and he's seeing that something's happening. My luck might have changed. And sticks it in his pocket.
write down that with the vial that you picked up. I actually know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you because I think it's more narratively fun. So write down that it was the 45 that you rolled, and at the point when you want to investigate that, then
Okay.
we can. It's pretty good actually. Okay. You going back into the tunnel, or
If there's no other exits.
there's no other exit?
Okay.
There's nothing else of interest in the room. Well, lots of interesting stuff. There's lots of plants, but nothing. Yeah, nothing to help us at this point.
Oh.
Are you going after Leslie? That's the wrong voice. Are you going after Leslie?
I think she's got some questions. Questions to answer. Yes.
Oh, of course she does. She hates Fletcher.
Who is Fletcher?
I don't know. She doesn't stop talking about him. She can't stop badmouthing him.
Oh, okay.
I think we should. I think we should head back. We should head. Get out of here. The bodies on the floor. The bloody plants everywhere.
This is getting us nowhere. There's no doors. Let's go back.
Okay, so you travel through the tunnel, and you are reunited with your portable laboratory.
Hey, give it a big
Still
hug,
there.
little stroke.
And,
My darling, how did I go without you?
You make it into the room across the way. As soon as you all manage to get into this room, and what's the marching order that you've gone in, by the way?
I'm going last.
Oh, I don't mind going ahead.
I think we'd probably send the skivvies ahead, wouldn't we? We'd probably have Peltroon and Hamfund sort of.
Well, yeah, I suppose Poltron's a fool, so he'll quite happily do it. But Hamfund's a coward, so I can't be bothered to argue with him.
So how about marching order of Poltroon? We mark Bellum.
Yeah, fine.
Hamfund, then Sarvif, and then Hamung. Are we going single file? Is it?
Yeah, it's very tight.
Narrow. It's very tight. We have to go single file. There we go.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we mutton Poltroon up front.
Okay, and you've picked up that giant oil lantern that somehow managed to survive the fall because you landed on top of each other.
I've got 5 torches as well, so if we think we need more
Excellent.
more than stuff.
And Phil, I would like to say that you are far too kind.
I know.
I would have burned us all.
I know. It was tempting, and probably not in the spirit of the game. But I realised if I did that, it would be really hard to then have you all have new characters, and it would
It would have been the shortest live stream in the history.
Restart.
Exactly. Would have been a total player kill, and I'm quite interested to see what happens next. So Poltroon comes out into the room, and then you all follow. Duncan, can you roll a defense for Poltroon, please?
Poltroon's woman's fool, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's with
I don't mind rolling it.
I don't care either. Go on.
7.
So, yeah. Poltroon.
Poor old poultry.
Yeah, the last thing that Poltroon sees is the inside of a gullet.
Oh,
As he's basically cut in half. His legs are still on the floor in front of you. As this huge worm recedes back into this thick, oily, black sludge to your left. The room you're in is illuminated with spectacular colours. It stinks of sulphur. And that music that you could hear before, the violin music, is louder than it has ever been.
So we've walked into that room.
No, room number 9.
Sorry, so we've walked up that corridor, and a massive worm's come out of the room, or we've walked. Oh no, sorry, we've walked.
Is it like
a
pool of darkness, like water, or
well,
like a sort of
like a
as you
fog?
get into the room, I can describe it better. So, north of you, there is it's like the northern wall has collapsed. The northern wall of this room has collapsed into this large cavern. Looks like it's about 60 foot deep, but it is full of this. Well, I don't know how you can tell that it's 60 foot deep, and I'll explain why. There's this black gunk with a haze just covering it, and it stinks of sulphur.
And that's where the worm just came out of.
Yeah, you can't really see that much across this kind of expanse of nastiness, because the sulfuric haze basically obscures it. You can just about make out that there is a room on the other side of this sludge, and there is another room which you can just about make out to the right. So there's what looks to be a room up here, and there might be a room sort of here. Hang on a second, I just refer to my fully intact map to make sure that I've done it.
What's on the wall to the south?
To the south is a cave wall covered in gems, green, pink, and violet. I'm going to refresh what you can see on the right-hand side here, but basically you can just about see a room that you think has got a statue in it. And the most interesting thing that you can see is there is in the middle of the sludge, it's a huge pillar. It's like 50 feet tall. And on the top of that are 2 skeletons. They're playing violins.
Stop the music! It's awful.
Sorry, Phil, can I just check? So have we entered that room opposite the entrance to room 10?
Yeah, so 10 is the corridor.
Yeah.
And you're in 9.
So we've just come in 9 from the corridor.
We've gone underneath the corridor. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
6 is the corridor.
Yeah.
And
With the
10 is like
pitfall.
the tunnel.
Right. Just go out the way, fools! Out the way, fools! Before that worm gets hungry again, and push past them all and start sprinting across room 9 towards that opening on the far side.
Okay. So there's like a doorway on the right-hand side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just expand that out for you as well then.
Because I'm assuming they're all stood around in the start of the room where poor old Poltroon's half-eaten body lies on the floor.
He has
Correct.
a woman's legs.
So let me just re-export this.
Yeah.
Someone want to play hold music whilst I do this?
We're sorry, but your call is very important to us.
So you run straight into what's labelled as room 8, yeah?
Yeah.
That room is dimly lit, and it's kind of really cold. Really, really cold. And... there's a nest of bones in the ceiling.
How high is the ceiling, Phil?
Not as high as you would like.
Right.
Oh, are there holes in the ceiling?
Descending from that
Oh,
nest
God.
of bones. A spider the size of a large dog comes down on a silken thread and immediately attacks you.
I take it I lost initiative.
You lost initiative, so you're going to need to roll your agility to defend.
Okay. Hang on. Do. I rolled a 13. I don't think he's got a minus. No, he's 0 on his agility, so I rolled 13.
So it just tries to bite at you, and you just about dodge it.
Turn around and start to run back the other way.
Okay.
And as I do, throw the bomb over my shoulder towards the spider.
Okay, that's going to be an agility test. I think that bomb has got like a chance of not doing what you want.
Oh, well, we'll give it a go.
Hang on.
I'm golden. I just rolled a 15.
I'm not sure if it... Hang on. I'm just trying to find equipment 25.
Hang on. I did have a bomb in my other characters.
Yeah. Bombs are
Seal,
kind of interesting.
seal
I think you've
bottle,
got like a...
D10 damage. That's all.
I'm sure I read somewhere, and maybe I'm just making it up, so I will just let you have it if that's the case. That basically you have a good chance of a bomb not doing what you want.
Okay.
Like
So I take it my throw, it hits the spider, but doesn't necessarily blow up.
Well, I'm not sure if we actually need to do... Screw it. Go for it. What's the damage? I can't find it.
Sorry.
D10.
And that will be a 8.
Okay. Yeah, that bloody hurts the spider, but it's still alive, and now it's really pissed at you.
Yeah, and I'm pegging it back towards these herberts. Going, big spider,
for you,
big spider,
Harlan,
big spider.
as you run in and make all this noise, the worm is disturbed, so to speak. So you're going to need to do another agility.
Me?
Yeah. To avoid this worm as it comes out and tries to grab at you.
We haven't gone into the room yet. You just ran through
Oh,
it.
he's on his own.
What is the fool
No,
doing?
I think
the
we
dice are with me
would also
tonight.
be in there.
We lost a
know
fool,
what
we've
you're
gained
doing.
another one.
The dice are with me tonight. I rolled another 15. Made it again. His luck's going to run out sooner or later.
Or did you?
Well, I don't think that the worm is now going to return into the blackness. So this thing is now up and reared, and Harmug is running into the room with this creature behind him. I would say that is that and throwing this thing behind you was your action.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone else in this room?
We at the doorway, weren't
definitely
we?
is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say then you guys run in. You've got initiative now. You've got this great big goddamn worm thing. It is unfathomably long, as thick as an oak. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Bellum is going to open his, pull out a sandalwood box covered in snake skin.
Now's not a time to start polishing the silverware.
And he's going to open it up. Now I think it's time to use my family heirloom. And he pulls out a dagger.
Slippers, isn't it?
And he's gonna try and stab the snake with the dagger.
That's where the dagger when you stole it from father.
He left it to me. He had strict instructions.
Oh, how dare you! No.
Quiet!
No.
I'm trying to poison something here. Right.
Okay.
So I roll to hit.
What are you attacking? Sorry.
The snake.
The snake thing. The gutworm is what it's called. Okay.
And that's a modified. So it's 17 modified.
Okay, that's a hit.
And if I roll, I'm going to roll a d4, and if I get a 1, interesting things happen.
Roll a 1.
No, it's a 2.
Oh.
Okay. What's
So
the damage?
it's 2 points of damage.
Okay. Someone roll a d6 for me.
1.
Okay, it takes a little bit of damage. Congratulations.
Damn it! It's not working. Prince, attack! Prince, the dog, is going to attack as well.
Okay.
Poor dog.
He's vicious.
Okay. I think he might
But he's very small. So he rolled a 4.
He might be outweighed you.
So he can't quite reach. He's yapping underneath.
Suboptimal roll. Okay, Wimmer, you're up.
Wimmer sort of see, this is why father shouldn't have left that knife to you. So you wave it around, you can't get it to do anything. But with a sort of flails around with his sword and sort of goes, "I'll kill it!" Ha! And then goes to stab the gutworm. And he hits. That is for true. He was useless, but he was my friend. If I ever had a friend, I'd d4 damage.
Your only friend.
Did 2 points of damage. So he screws it in and pulls it back out.
Ooh, impressive with a sword.
Can
I
you roll a
don't
d6 for me,
match with a
Aaron?
dagger.
Sorry?
Can you roll a d6 for me?
D6. 6.
Okay, thank you very much.
Does it do anything? Does it squirt any ooze or?
You certainly managed to make the skin of the gutworm recede when you stab it. And
Oh, what,
then
like stabbing a balloon where it sort of goes in and comes out again, but doesn't look like it's actually pierced?
Correct.
Oh, great.
Harmer goes up.
So I've just run back into the room. The spider's behind me, and you've got this great big worm now lashing about, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm turning round. I'm taking my chance with the spider.
That seems fair.
And I'm going to have a go at stabbing this. Well, not stabbing, but hacking a few legs off the spider with my axe.
So
Okay.
you wake up the worm by blowing things up and running around, and then run off and leave us to deal with it.
Look,
Nice.
it's the drugs, but they've made me unpredictable.
Show your true colours.
Let's clear that then. It's going to go wrong in a second. Isn't it? Oh, hold on. Rolled an 11, which is a miss, isn't it?
That is a miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's it.
you try to go at it, and it's fast. It just basically backs up, rears, and hisses at you. And it's got great big pointy. It's no
Venom
weird bunny.
dripping.
Sarvith.
Yeah. Sabith is going to run across this chasm past the two fighting it and the little dog yapping at it. And he's going to say, Daddy never told me I had to fight the biggest creature. My blood is going for the smallest one. And I'm going to start to draw my sword. And as the sword comes out, it goes, Mon ami, it's time for battle. I've got a talking sword.
With a lovely French accent. Magnificent.
Yeah, with outrageous French accent.
So point me to the enemy. And I'm gonna cover my eyes. And I'm gonna try to start swinging around like this.
Oh Jesus!
Hoping to hit the spider.
Okay.
So my sword is special. So it taunts my failure, and if I continually disappoint the sword, and I was cowering beneath a table, so you can choose, it develops a 1 in 6 chance of accidentally hitting me or my companions.
Oh.
But it lowers the DR of attack and defense. So the DR is 10 using this sword.
I would say that this is the first time you've had the chance to make this sword proud in a while.
It is.
So
yeah.
it right now it's in your favour. Let's just see how well you do.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna swing wildly at this spider for a 16.
Are you just being this
Nice.
kind, Phil, because we're live on the internet? Behind
No,
closed doors, will we all be dead by now?
I like to tell the story.
It only does 3 damage.
Okay, can you roll? Hang on, I lost my page. Can you roll a D2 for me?
D2. It's a 1.
Okay. Yep. So it's still alive. But it didn't like you very much. And it is now the turn of the big black sludgy creature. And the spider. And I think the spider's going to go first. The spider's not happy that Harmug disturbed its resting. And he's going to try and attack Harmug.
Go on then. Hang on, D20.
Your dice rolls are fine anyway, so I'm not particularly concerned.
Yeah, I know. This is where it turns around, isn't it? When you're rolling the other way. I rolled a 14. Is that
Okay,
a save?
that's success.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it tries to bite at you and fails. You manage to just about dodge out of the way. And the big snaky thing. Bellum is the person who attacked it first.
Dead enough.
I need you to roll your defense.
Oh.
But
20! Natural 20.
natural 20, so that's great. So
Like a ninja.
natural 20 on a defense is
Free
you
attack,
get
isn't
a
it?
free attack.
I'm gonna have
So
another
it
go
tries
at it.
to bite down on you. And I'm going to point out that I made a mistake here because I don't mind doing that. It was actually a DR6 to avoid getting hit, so I don't think that your poor pauldron would have been devoured there. But, oh well.
Nah, Poltroon, he's been eaten. It's fine.
Yeah.
He was a complete. He was practically useless and totally irritating. So
Too much
useless.
effort to
he
play.
was great fun to play, but he
Wasn't paying
was
attention,
jingling.
probably.
He was jingling quite heavily with the
Yeah,
sound of
echolocation
bells and
was,
cutlery.
He played the role of a scout like a fool.
Yes. Could have done it the other way around. It would have been much better. Okay, Bellum, you get a free attack. Go for it.
Well, I'm still using my dagger.
Mhm.
That's 17.
Okay. That's a hit.
Roll d6. Oh, 4.
Okay. And
Do I have to roll a d6 again?
you can do if you like.
That's a 4.
Okay. Same as before, you try and hit this thing, and the skin just kind of buckles inwards. It's got very thick hide.
Damn it. I'll just stay trying to fight it, I suppose.
Is
Okay.
Prince going to attack?
Yep, Prince. But this is that was my free attack from him attacking me. I don't know whether
Yeah, so now
Prince
it is
got
actually
free attack.
it's now your turn.
Okay, well I'm going to try it again.
And I would point out you don't have to fight this thing.
Yeah. Okay. Noted. So that's 20 adjusted.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
It's a 5, and the 2 on the d6 roll. You
Okay, cool.
need us to are.
Yeah, so that I'm just getting you to roll his defense, basically his armor. So, okay.
And I think once he's
tiny minor little nick.
He's gonna. Bellum is kind of starting to realise this is a bit futile. So he's going to run through into the room with the spider and sort of pick on a smaller victim, and he's going to say, "Yep, Prince!"
Well, the spider is in the room with you, so.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, the
Followed
spider
me, didn't
chased into the room.
Is there any opportunity to? Can I get around him to get into the other room?
It's about the size of a dog. I think it. If we were playing another game, I would say that would be it would have an opportunity attack, but we're not playing another game.
Okay.
So I would say that yes, it's your movement action. You can go around to the side of it, and that will be flanking. So let's just treat it like yes.
Okay, and I'm going to I'll set Prince on the spider. Prince, attack the spider. That's an 11. He's not doing very well.
He fails to attack the spider.
Prince, you useless mutt.
Wimmet.
How big's the? Okay, so this gutworm thing's in a pool. That's round. What can we see over the other side of it?
You kind of can. You can see that there is a couple of rooms. You can't really make out much of the room on the other side. You can kind of see that there might be someone there. The shape of a figure. It's kind of hard to make out. That's directly opposite to the north. Let me just bring the map back up.
What sort of distance is that? Is that a sort of jumpable at all?
Definitely not jumpable. It's probably going to take, considering how viscous this is, it's probably going to take 3 or 4 rounds to get across it. You think it might be doable. And it's like an oily black substance.
Okay. What about going round the right-hand side? So you said there's like the wall. And then there's it's like a shorter distance. There's like the wall, and then it goes right, and then it looks like there's there. I mean,
so here is another room.
Yeah. So just slightly south of that, there's a little wall. So would that be doable from where we are now to sort of sludge across it in
You'll still need to go into the sludge in order to get to it, but obviously it's a much shorter distance.
Yeah. Would you say I could do it in one? Like a run or a swim or a jump?
Yeah, I think you could.
Go. Yeah.
I don't think you could jump it. You would have to swim it.
Yeah.
It might not be the safest option available to you, but it might be doable.
Does this sludge kind of smell flammable or anything like that?
Yeah, it's kind of oily and black and smells of sulfur.
So Wimmert's going to pull out his horn of Schleswig Lords, which is a sort of battered-looking, dented old trumpet.
Wimmert's got the horn. Wimmert's got...
and he's going to attempt to blow it.
That was Grandpapa's. How come you got that?
You got the snake bite dagger. I get the Schleswig Lord's horn. With that, I'm going to attempt to a presence roll with a DR of 12. If I succeed, then my next non-combat test is an automatic success. So the idea being I can then sort of like trudge across it or something, and it'll be an automatic success. But that only works if I if I manage to make the roll. That's I don't make that roll. He goes.
Haven't been practicing.
Impressive.
Yes, I haven't been practicing. I've not heard nothing from you, Bellum, about that. I was just warming up.
Grandpapa would be turning in his grave.
Don't you start to criticize me out. But that he trudges into the black sludge anyway.
Okay. It is scorching hot. I need you to do a toughness test with a difficulty rating of 8. So it's not too difficult.
10.
Okay. So as you get in, think about that time when you got into the bath and it was just way too hot.
Oh, this is hot. And he sort of, his scale mile sort of hot foot trudges it through the oil to the. Do I make it to the other side? In this
Roll a
round?
d6 for me.
Goody. 5.
The gutworm comes straight out to attack you, and you just manage to pull yourself out into the other room as it kind of tries to snap at you. So yes, you make it into the next room.
See, there you go, Bellum. See, I told you I'm better than you.
And I'm just going to.
Better at running away.
How dare you! Come over here and say that, Bellum. Have fun.
If Bellum's not listening anymore. Oh my god. Right.
So
Who's
God. We could argue all evening.
yeah. Okay. So I'll just describe briefly where you are, so that you've got an idea of what you're surrounded by. So this obviously still stinks of sulfur, and that violin music is reverberating off these 3 walls. There's a black statue in front of you. Looks like that. And it's the one-eyed King Leonard II.
Would we know that?
Yeah.
We'd recognise the statue.
Yeah, you'd recognise it. Where the eye would be, because obviously he's one-eyed, there is a cavity.
No idea.
The floor of this room is cobbled, unlike anywhere else that you've been so far. You can see slightly better that room to the north, and you can't see a lot, but you have a feeling that there's someone there in what would now be your northwest. You can see maybe that's the kitchen. You can see things hanging from the ceiling. There's definitely some sort of fire going on there from what you can tell just from the flickering, the nature of the light that you can see through the sulphurous haze. That's about all you can make out, but you think there is some movement there. But the room that you're in, as I said, you've got this black statue of King Leonard. There's a cavity where there should be an eye. You can certainly have a closer look at that statue if you want. North of you, there's a wooden door. South of you, there's an iron door. And west of you, obviously, is the sludge.
Cool. Can I do any more actions? So far in my turn, I've blown the horn and failed, and then moved through the sludge and dodged being attacked by the wormy thing.
Yeah, go on then. I'll let you have an action. So your movement action, if we were doing it that way, would be to get there. So you can still do one more thing.
Going to look around the floor to see if I can find something that would fit in the statue's eye socket.
You can't see anything. There's just a floor.
Okay.
But if you spend you spend a little bit of time looking at the statue itself, and interestingly, you think there's some blood stains in that eye socket, and they don't look completely old.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to shout across at the others that, one-eyed King, what's his face, the second? Leonard. Oh, King Leonard's over here. People, you lot over there. King One-eyed Leonard the second's over here. This statue of him, well, one eye, blood in his eye socket, pissing around with worms and spiders. We've got Alden to fight.
Okay, Harmuk, you're up. What would you like to do? You've still got a spider.
Chris's character Sarvi is fighting the spider as well, isn't he?
Yeah. There is unfortunately not really such things as advantage from what I can tell in this.
There's three people fighting this spider and a dog. 3 people and a dog's fighting this spider.
But Chris,
desperately trying to get out of the room.
Chris's character's got his eyes closed and he's waving a sword around, isn't he?
Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
And the sword, by the way, would have not been very pleased with your. Did you hit it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I did hit it, but not for a lot of damage.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dog that didn't hit it.
Yeah, sorry. Yep, you're right. So yeah, your sword is fine.
Just try and move away from them past the spider and just to give it a little clip as I walk past. Run, walk, run. Trying to run away, trying to run into the room because the spider's between us and the room, isn't it?
Room number 8 on here. So I'm just bring the map back up.
Yes, that's right. So I'm trying to make my way into room 8 past the spider. So I'm assuming in the doorway between room 8 and 9.
Okay. Yep.
While it's focusing on Sarvif.
Yep.
But
Fine.
still gonna have a pop at it as I go past.
Okay.
But,
Yep.
half-heartedly.
That's fine. Just a normal. Well, you basically go twat it and then just. Yeah. So standard attack.
That's I rolled a 13, which rolled because it's -1 modifier, which is bang on 12.
That's fine. So you hit it.
So damage is d6. And that is 3 damage.
Okay. Yeah. You can finish it off.
Have another sit down and cry. This is all just too much. Too much. Too much.
Okay. So you are in the. Let me just grab the description of the room that you're in. Yep. So that room is dimly lit. Now that you're actually sitting down and looking around and kind of come backwards and forwards, as you look down on the floor, you realise there's bloody tracks on the floor and they don't seem to lead anywhere. And as your head goes up, you can see that there's hooked chains hanging from the ceiling. To your, presuming that you've kind of walked in and you've put your back to the east wall, so you're kind of looking into the room that you've just come out of. To your left, which is south, are rickety wooden stairs, which you probably don't know this as a character, but they lead up to that guard room that you saw previously, and which you can see from the map when I bring that back up. And to the north, there is an iron door with no handle.
Bang on the door, Chris. Wimmet, let's in.
So Chris, you're up.
Yeah, I'm still kind of like covering my eyes, swinging around. And then I hear everything kind of stop as nobody else, like no flinks or clanks. Potentially. But I kind of peek out my eyes and all I see is my sword kind of looking back at me. It says, my friend, you are useless. You barely hit the thing and it died. You didn't get the killing blow. Put me away. I cannot bear to look at you.
Awesome. I like that.
So I put the sword away. I'm going to go into room 8 where I believe I heard the footsteps of Harmug
Yep.
running into.
Yep. So you're in a room with hooked chains hanging from the ceiling. There's blood on the floor.
Can I look up? Are there any bodies up there?
There are not.
There's just chains and hooks. So the spider hasn't eaten anybody. And then can I try and push this door open? That we're looking at the iron door.
It does not budge.
Okay. So is there there's no keyhole or anything?
No, there's nothing on the side at all. It's like it was built to never have a handle on this on the door at all.
Can we rap on the door with the back of my axe head?
Yeah, and you're out of combat now. So,
Oh, well, in that case,
Wermut, let us in.
Hamfund will come into the room.
okay.
Because we saw we saw Wermut go round, didn't we?
Yeah, so very quickly, Duncan, just to remind you of the room that you were in. So that room was illuminated with spectacular colours. The air was reeking of sulphur. You could hear the violin music, obviously, from the skeletons on top of the pillar. And that wall to the south was covered in gems, green, pink, and violet gems that are all affixed to the wall. So that's why that wall looks a bit funny on the picture there.
Yeah, Bellum's aware of that, but he's also aware of the huge, great worm thing trying to kill people in the room. So he's waiting for things to die down a bit before he perhaps goes and collects.
Send Hamfund to collect.
Yeah, but then I'll have to carry everything. He's useful.
What's the Does anyone know what the worm's doing? While we're all in here.
Well, it went after Weemut, didn't it?
Yeah.
It followed Weemut to the other side. And whether the silence has kind of let it disappear again. I say silence, that bloody music's still going.
So what do you do?
I'm still bang on the door. Should keep banging on the door with my axe head.
So Wimmet, you hear this giant iron door is just bang, dang, dang, dang.
Am I able to open it?
Yeah. There's the door handle.
Open. Okay,
Yeah.
I try the door handle and I pull it open.
Yep, you open the door. Meanwhile, those 3 guards from earlier,
God.
they open the door at the top of the stairs to the south. No. And I guess the only person here that recognise them is Sarvif, but they first of all see.
No. You're thinking of another life.
Ah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll just shout, "We're still looking for the kitchens."
Hang on a second. They kind of look. And they go, all right. And then they slink away again back into their room.
You'll probably find that Alden's in the guard. He has been all this time.
One of the guards.
Yeah.
They're not very good guards, are they?
Are you guys coming through this door or are you going to stay there?
Yep. But
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
out of the way.
they were
Push my
coming
way through the
coming.
door.
Yeah. Okay.
well, but you stink.
What? How dare you? You stink too, and you smell, and you've got hair growing out your nose.
You're besmirching the family name with your appearance, letting the side down.
I don't. How dare you?
Come on, stop loitering. Let's get on.
Loitering. If Paltroon was here, I'd tell him to tell you a joke. How dare.
Oh. Alas, no more. Alas, poor Poltroon. I don't miss him at all.
So you're in a room. There's a statue. It's got a bloodied eye socket. The floor is cobbled. There's the stink of sulphur and the sound of the violins.
And there's a
We
wooden
must
door to the
shout,
north.
so, yeah, is that a doorway to the north?
There's a doorway to the north.
Yeah.
It's a wooden door.
So Wimut shouts, "Oi, chaps! On the pillar in the middle, the bony figures! Shut the fuck up with the music, will you?"
Can I get my sling and try and twat one of them with my sling?
You can try.
Mm.
Sure.
I want that music to stop.
Yeah. That's going to be quite hard because they're
Okay.
quite high up. So I would say that it's going to be a 16, DR 16.
Okay, ranged is agility, isn't it?
Yeah. No, presence, sorry.
It's the same anyway for me. Yeah, 10.
Yeah. So
They're too far away. I can't hit them. I'm useless at throwing things.
you got a wooden door north of you.
Another thing you're useless at.
While there's a lot of messing around, Phil, I'll pour some of my. I've got a potion of black poison.
Okay.
Treat my axe blade with it, and then take a nice long swig of.
The same poison.
No, well, no. I was going to take. I'm feeling a bit strung out, and obviously, I've got a bit of a substance abuse problem. So I'm going to take some of my Esmil's vapor, which I need to take a DR14 test on, or I'm going to be hallucinating for the next hour.
Yeah.
It's like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
Got too much of it.
Okay, roll your die.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a shame. I passed it, so I'm not hallucinating.
You should be rolling real dice. This is not fair.
Yeah.
I know, it's good, isn't it? I'm loving this. I'm throwing away. I bought a really expensive set of dice recently that were terrible, weren't they, Duncan?
Yeah.
In
You're just playing the wrong game.
on his Warhammer, they were awful. Spent a fortune on these dice. I wish I just got a free dice app. It would be much easier.
Okay.
Why is this floor different? Why are we no longer in a cave?
Maybe it's cobbled because this is old King One Eye. They thought, well, let's cobble this floor.
Why's he
Seems a
only got?
strange place for a statue.
Why's he only got one eye though? Do we remember? Would we know?
Well, it's
No.
King One Eye, isn't it?
Is that crown real or is it stone?
Stone. This is all black stone,
Black stone, yeah.
apart from the brown stains.
Are there
on
any of the
eye.
cobbles loose?
No.
And the one eye does have. That's not a gem in there, is it?
No.
No. Okay.
And he's got
No,
blood.
it's just there's nothing in that eye.
Yeah.
Like, it's just carved part of the statue.
Maybe somebody put something in there as an offering, sort of a bit of flesh or something.
Where's the guards gone? Maybe we can get one of the guards to do it. We could put their hand in and see what's in there, maybe.
Well, you've
Go
asked
right,
the
go
guards
right
what's
ahead,
going on.
so.
Well, I'm not the one that knows them. You seem to know them.
I think they're best left on their own for a minute. Let's see what's behind this door.
Yeah. Should we attempt to open the north door?
Yeah.
Before we do, Bellum's going to put his knife back in his sandal box and put it back in his pack.
I've just got a nice little buzz on, and I'm just happily just mooching around,
Okay. So
giggling.
yeah, you have a door.
Well, open it then. Go on.
Hamfund, open the door.
Hamfund walks over to open the door, and he can't. It's quite clearly locked, and there is a keyhole there.
Maybe the guards have the key.
Well, let's go ask them. Lazy fools! I start walking off towards the guard room.
This should be funny.
Is he always this useless?
Well,
He seems to run around a lot.
he does behave rather oddly.
Okay. So,
Wimut's carrying a toolbox with him. It's got 10 nails, some tongs, a hammer, a small saw, and a drill. Can can he start drilling round the lock?
Yes, absolutely. There are a couple of things that probably happen. So, first of all, Harmag, you're going back to the guards, aren't you?
Yeah, to walk back through room 8 up the steps.
Okay. Let's deal with that first. Okay. Yeah. So you open that door. I'm going to describe the room properly for you because you're actually having a good look for the first time. Room 4. So that room smells awful. It's hot. You can still hear that obviously that music that's now behind you. There's a fireplace and it's just on full roaring, full pelt. Let me see here. There's debris and wooden table and chairs, and there are 3 guards there.
Right, you 3. Who's got the key for that door?
Which door? That door? He
No,
points over
that door.
at-
Point back down the steps.
Well, you mean you don't know? Oh, I don't think he doesn't know. Oh well, if he doesn't know, then he can't be with our master.
And who would your master be? You buffoons.
The first guard picks up his sword and lunges for you.
Dear me, what's the matter with them, man? What's the matter with these people?
And all 3 of them have got initiative over you, by the way. So you're going to roll your defense.
Yeah. Oh, my luck's run out, but I rolled a 5.
Okay. Have you got
Can
armor?
you
Yeah, light armor.
do you want to use an omen? Re-roll it.
You
Have
can
got any
use your
left?
omen to re-roll that if you want.
No, there's 3 of them. I'm going to get chopped up here, so I'll save it.
Okay, so roll your armor.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now that I rolled a 6 for their attack.
Okay, so
For their damage rather.
Right, and I did roll a 2. I rolled a 2, so that's minus
So
2 off
minus
6.
2.
That's 4.
Yeah.
All right,
4
so I'm
points
still
of damage.
alive. Yeah, I got
Okay.
5 hit
You had
points.
5 hit points. The second one says he doesn't even know who we're working for. That's not right. And also lunges for you.
Can I just shout? Have I got time to shout, Fletcher?
Yeah, absolutely. But he still lunges for you. So yeah.
I'll roll a
defense.
okay, I'll clear that. No, I rolled 4 this time. The dice have properly gone, so I'm going to use that.
So
Can I re-roll it?
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Can I get an automatic success?
That's
if
what I was
use
going to
it?
say. Yeah, you can. So that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, let's do that then, is it?
Okay. And then the third one is also going to attack you. Hang on, let me just see. No, what you do, you can re-roll, or you can lower the damage dealt to you by d6.
I'll lower the damage by a d6.
Okay, do you want to roll your d6?
How much points have you got left?
1. So I have to wipe them all out. How much damage do you roll, Phil? Let's have a target.
4.
Oh, I rolled a 3. I'm on 0 hit points.
Okay, so that doesn't mean you're
that's
dead.
good.
You are broken. Broken is fun in this game. So what that means is I need you to roll a d4.
Right, hang on. It was all going to go wrong sooner or later.
Yeah. Surprised we
Better
got
than being
this
killed
far.
by a child.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, I need you to roll a d6 again.
This is why you need physical dice for this game.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one swipes at you with a sword, gets you just in the shoulder, and that short sword has been recently sharpened, and your arm drops to the floor.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Just a mere flesh wound.
Roll me a d4.
That's a 3.
Okay. You can't act for 3 rounds. And then roll me another d4.
It's going to be like a pincushion.
4.
Okay, you will come back with 4 hit points in 3 rounds' time.
As if they don't poke me to death on the floor. Can I keel over? Phil?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, good.
You
Keel
can.
over. Play dead.
Okay. In the statue room, I need you all to roll your agility. Let me just check this. Difficulty rating 16.
Oh my word.
God.
12.
8.
Do I need to roll the
19.
hand fund?
So, Weimer, just as you go to pick up your tools to look in the, start looking at this, you look down in the toolbox and you realise, what did you have in there again?
I had 10 nails, a set of tongs, a hammer, a small saw, and a drill.
So you're facing north, and this bag of tools is in front of you. Just as you go to look down in that tool bag, you notice that all the nails kind of roll to the left-hand side of the bag.
Okay.
Oh.
You
All the nails.
clock what's going on. You grab that bag and you pelt south into room 8 as Sarvif and Bellum all slide into the sludge.
And hand fund, I suppose.
And Hamfund.
Carry your sword.
Yeah, so the 3 of you need to pass. Let me see here. No, the 3 of you need to roll a d6.
Me as well.
I suppose
No,
Prince as
you're
well.
fine, Erin.
I got a 3.
Got a 5 for me.
Okay.
And a 2 for hand fund.
Okay.
And a 3 for Prince.
Okay, so Hamfund needs to test his agility.
Oh, I'd have no figure for his agility, so I'll just
No.
roll straight.
I can't imagine he's overly agile. Well, okay, let's give him a 10. Or no, let's give him a 12. So, but he needs to realistically. No, sorry, I'm being an idiot. So just roll a d6 and
Okay.
let's see what he gets. Oh, sorry. Roll a d20 with a difficulty rating of 6.
You got 6.
Okay, just about manages to avoid being bitten. However, you all also need to test your toughness, which is DR8.
So you roll a d20, you'll get above 8, yeah?
Yeah.
Got a 9.
I got an 8. And helmet,
Okay.
hand fund, got a 3.
Okay, so he takes D4 damage.
I don't know what he's got, so
I would say that most he's probably got 2.
okay.
Your dog's got 3, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, he got 4. The dog's got 4.
Oh, dog's got more health than me.
It's a very robust hound, you know.
So yeah, just roll a D4. Let's give him 2 hit points.
It's certainly not Tarquin, the
5.
Shih Tzu.
Okay. Hamfund basically just boils to death.
Poor
You
old
just see-
Hamfund.
It's like those scenes. I'm trying to think which film. It's like in The Matrix when you have that scene with the kind of the mercury sort of comes up and just sort of goes down his throat. So you just see him kind of sinking into the sludge as this black sludge comes up to his neck and then pours down his throat, and then
Can I grab for my the scabbard of Eureka?
it's going to be in the sludge. You can try. It's going to
Yeah.
be very hard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Give it a roll.
11.
Yeah, I was going to say the difficulty rating of 16 for very hard.
Oh no, that's fine. That's
So I'm
fine.
afraid you've lost that.
No, you go.
So you've got a decision to make. Which way are you going, south or north?
I'm going to go south.
So
Okay.
are we not in the sludge?
You're in the sludge.
We're in the sludge at the moment.
Oh right, as in south through the sludge or north?
Yeah, and what's caused us to roll over? Is the whole room rotated around, or is it just the floor?
Sorry, yeah, I didn't describe that very well. The floor has basically tilted up.
And has the column with the skeletons kind of tilted over?
No.
No.
The column with the skeletons is in the middle of the sludge.
I just wondered if the whole thing was rotating and we could see that going
No,
on.
it's just that cobblestone floor
Okay.
has kind of gone like
Yeah.
that.
So has the statue moved at all? Or
The
is that
statue is
still...
very clearly stuck to the floor.
Hmm.
Or actually, maybe, no, I would say probably more likely the statue is where it was, but the whole floor around it has kind of lifted up.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably try and swim to the north then.
Yeah, I could do the north as well.
You're going to the
Towards
north.
the kitchen.
Remember in the map, I think it was closer. So
Yeah, it's about the same,
yeah, go
but
north.
that's the room you don't know.
Yeah, that's more exciting.
Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
leave
So-
Harmon to it.
Let's test your
Wimmer,
Phil.
you are in room 8, which is here. Your friends have gone in the other direction, splitting the party. And your other ally, you don't know where they are, actually.
Well, I have seen him go back down through the door.
You knew he was going there.
Yeah. Okay, so can I go down to where the steps are and just sort of stick my head through the door and see if I can see him?
Yeah.
And can I
Absolutely.
see him?
You see the 3 guards. They're discussing amongst themselves what's going on and who that idiot was. He'll be good eatings, I suppose, for someone. And you look to your right, and hang on.
What's another door?
There is an iron door. You can just about make out scratching noises.
Which room are you in?
So I'm at the foot of the stairs looking
Okay.
into room 4 from room 8.
Okay.
And in that sort of top northwest corner, there's a door frame. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be lying on the floor, bleeding out.
You're not
Yeah.
there.
Between the
So Harmung's not on. He's not on the floor in number
Is my
4.
arm still
floor.
there, Phil?
Huh?
Yeah.
My arm's still there.
Is there a blood trail and a severed arm at all?
There is indeed a blood trail leading to the room that is. There's a big, heavy iron door. It is here.
Yeah. And the 3 guards are what? Sitting around the table?
Yep.
Sitting around the table chatting?
There is a bloodied arm on the table.
All right. Ooh, that looks like Harmon's arm. What do I do? Do I go after Harmon? Do I go after the others? Well, that door, the floor up there's all tilty. I can't get up there. I wonder if I can creep past these guys to that door. What would Paul Troon do? Tell a fucking awful joke. That's what he'd do. He jingled and I wonder if I can distract. I could throw something over the other way, distract them, and I run in.
You, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Who the hell are you?
I've been sent by Fletcher to tell you to open that door, the one there that the bloodstain's going to.
Roll me a
Fletcher
presence,
told
please.
me to tell you to open that door.
Roll me a presence, please.
13.
Fine. These guys have been a bit useless.
Yeah, right up a ticket to cut my arm off, Phil. You were so useless then, were they?
Well, yeah. So one of those guards.
It's the royalty. It's the royal blood in Weymouth. He's got
Yeah.
that sense of
Air of
authority
authority.
and able to direct and give orders to guards and whatnot.
Yeah. So they basically they just throw you the key, and you go over and open the door, I presume.
Yeah.
It stinks of death and gore. And
No,
there
it
are
smells like Bellum's bedroom in here. Oh.
And there are bodies everywhere, dead bodies everywhere, corpses. Some are torn apart, some are whole. There are some prisoners here. Some of them are not really with it, is the best way to put it. Some of them are completely unconscious. One of them just looks straight up at you, locks eyes, says, please help us. Please let us out. We didn't do anything.
Shut the fuck up! Clunk him round the side of the face. I'm gonna let them out, but they've gotta not let the game away. So he sort of goes, shut up! And smacks him one.
I need you to roll your agility, DR12.
3.
Okay. As you go to smack them one, he just leaps for your throat
Oh, for fuck's
and starts strangling you.
He's gonna kill me.
Maybe I'll let you roll it.
Okay.
Roll a d4.
Okay. Oh god. 2.
Okay. So you take 2 points of damage as this deranged prisoner has got its hands wrapped around your throat.
Okay. Not mitigated by armor by the fact that he's strangling me.
Correct.
Mhm.
And as you're pinned up against the wall, effectively now, no, you've been pulled to the floor.
But isn't this guy chained down? I haven't set him
No.
free. Okay, he's just randomly.
Yeah, they're just in there, locked in
Okay.
there.
Yeah. No, that's
And
fine.
as you're there lying on your back, your head tilts to one side, and you can see Harmug's there, bleeding out, one arm missing. You know, Harmug matches the arm that's on the table. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd spotted it. He had like a big sort of tattoo on his arm. I'd spotted that.
Big heart with mum.
Yeah.
Through the middle of it.
And technically, that was their action. So now you get to do a strength roll to try and escape.
Okay, yeah, fine. Oh, for fuck's sake.
All the good rolls are happening just for me.
When did it all go wrong?
Do you want to roll a d4?
Oh no, actually, sorry. It was it's a 1 on the dice, but hey, +1, 2. But it's a critical fumble on the dice.
It's a critical fumble.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
but it's weapon breaks or lost, isn't it? Because it's an attack.
no, you take
or am I
double damage.
defending? Oh, joy. Am I? But it would. Okay, fine. Take double damage. Am I rolling the damage? What's the damage? Is it still a D4? Fine, cool, excellent. I take 8 points of damage. I've got 2 hit points.
Snaps your neck.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say at this point is that Weymouth has unfortunately shuffled off the mortal coil, allowing the prisoner the opportunity to get up and make a run for it.
One of the other prisoners.
The prisoner that was strangling him.
All right.
Which is now going to be you, I suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that prisoner also knows
That's to the head.
that that prisoner also knows that their best chance of escape is to find whoever these people were with. Whoever that person was with.
Yeah.
Hence the motive to then join in with the story again. And Harmug, you come around at this point as well.
Okay,
You
crack an
come
eye
around
open.
just after after that strangling stops happening. So you didn't see that happen. Oh, Harmug is frozen.
Are you there, Harmug?
Oh,
I'm back, I think.
Oh,
Hey, there you are.
Back.
Sorry about that.
So the strangling has just finished. You come around to see Wimmer is just lying dead on the floor.
With the prisoner or somebody else over their body, I assume.
No, they've just let go and have just started getting their wits together.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know what's happened. You just recognise Wimmer's on the floor.
Just see, I'm pretty beaten up. I'm missing an arm. So with the one arm I do have, reach for my elixir of vitality and take a little slurp of one.
Mm-hmm. You did come back with 4 hit points. Don't forget.
Yeah, I just want to see.
Top it up.
I still want to top up and perhaps rub a little bit over the stump.
Yeah.
where my arm used to be. Wasn't my weapon arm that got chopped off by any chance, was it?
Roll a d2. On a 2 it was. No, on a 1 it was.
You ready? 2.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so let me throw that dice again. I rolled a 2, so I'm fully healed.
Cool.
So,
Apart from you've got an arm missing.
apart from missing an arm. So, sit up. Have a look around the room. What can I see, Phil?
Okay, so you are in what was quite clearly a cell. First thing you notice is the smell. It just stinks of death. There's bodies everywhere. Some of them are completely intact. Others are completely torn apart. There's a whole load of prisoners in various different states of attire. And one of them looks up at you, makes eye contact, and says something. Catler.
Focus on the roll. This is you go like.
You
what are they
seem
gonna
to be missing an arm.
What am I looking at? What does Catler look like?
So Catelyn is a large, slightly aggravated-looking bloke with not a lot of hair on top, and absolutely covered in blasphemous tattoos, and his arms are completely shredded with scars. A lot of them look like he might have done them to himself while testing out blades. Big, clumsy looking, slightly oafish, but he's got a really good set of teeth. Really, really good set of teeth on him. And yeah, having crushed the windpipe of Wimmer, this thing that's just crumpled to the floor in front of him now, he's turned around to Harmug and just gone, "You seem to be missing an arm, mate."
Nice to meet you, my friend. Don't worry about that posh old boy there. Let's get out of here.
I think you're absolutely right about this. Let's get out of there. I don't even know what that posh toff had a key on him. I reckon we should take that key and we should vamoose one. Who
Agreed.
are you?
After you, my friend.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Harmug. The rest of the my esteemed colleagues are over that way.
All right. Was this posh toff with you?
He was, but only by chance.
Oh,
I don't normally mix with his type.
nah, well, I'd say sorry I killed him, but I'm not. So let's get out of here.
Catler,
Phil,
can
have
I
a quick
get you
look
to-
around before. Sorry to go.
Yeah,
before
no,
we
it's fine.
leave.
Yeah,
How many other? Is there anybody else compos mentis in this room? Or
not
are they all just bodies?
there,
Is it just
there's-
us two?
There
We're
are other
breathing?
people who are sentient, and alive, but they look a lot less sane than Catler.
Right. Tell you what we'll do. Tell you what we'll do. Those guards chop my arm off. I'm not risking losing my other one. Let's cause a distraction. So
Well,
go.
how about human body shield?
Sounds like a plan. How about
So,
first though? Let's have a go at this one. So go over to one of the somebody who looks remotely mobile and pour one of my
Your
hallucinogenic potions down their
Yeah.
throat.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which
they
is
start
a
shouting
different-
and screaming straight away.
Yeah. And then push them out the door, Phil.
Okay, can you also roll me a d6?
Yeah. I rolled 2.
Okay. Because of the nature of what's happening, yeah, the guards are going to get the initiative on that bloke, and they're all going to attack that bloke.
Yeah.
So
While they're
straight
doing that,
away, yeah.
we'll charge in the back of them.
Okay, are you going to attack them?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to take the snuff first as well. I'm going to be high as a kite.
Go for it.
So I get 2 attacks. Screaming Banshee, one arm this time. Ah!
A one-armed bandit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Okay, so go for it. There are 3 guards there.
Yeah. I rolled 14 on the first one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
hit him, do I?
You do hit him.
And I do 1 damage with that one, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you basically just hit their armor. They're wearing leather armor.
Oh, okay. And the second attack, because he gets 2 attacks when he's high as a kite,
Yep.
is rolled a 16 that time, which comes down to 15, so that's a hit.
Yep. That's a hit.
And I rolled 6 that time for damage.
Awesome.
So just hacking away at the back.
Hang on. Let me just
Oh,
roll.
sorry, Phil. I did damage, didn't I? On both ones. Sorry, the blade's poisoned. If you remember,
Okay.
I poisoned my blade before I went up there.
Yep. You
So
did.
that's an extra. They've got to do a difficult, a DR 14 toughness test.
Okay, so on that first one, you didn't
break the
actually
armor, did
succeed
it?
in any damage because you didn't break the armor. The
that's
second
right.
one, though, definitely. Hang on, let me just roll the armor for them anyway. Their armor's a D2. Typical. So that was a 2. So you did 6 points of damage, didn't you?
Yeah.
So they took 4 points of damage, and they need to do a DR what? Sorry,
DR 14 toughness test.
You've got 17.
Oh, jammy.
So that first hit, they took a good hit, but they're certainly still alive. You've got, let's be honest, you've got 2.5 guards right now.
So we got the fanged warrior about to launch on them, haven't we? Do your stuff.
Catlin picks up because he's quite a big man. He picks up Wimmer as human shield. Barrels out.
Has this ever happened in the game before, where somebody picks up their old character's body with their new character and uses it as a shield? It's got to be a first. It's got to be a first.
We've never had the new character being the person that killed the old character.
Hey, I ate
Sorry,
my
Erin,
dog in
carry
the
on.
last game.
That's true.
I killed the big baddie, turned into the big baddie, and ate the dog in the last game. So he picks up Wingert because he was quite a sort of weedy man in the end, and barrels through the door using a human meat shield kind of way, barges in, and he's going to go in for a bite attack. His teeth, I said, he's got pretty good teeth. He's got a full set of gnashers on him. They're protruding, enormous, thick, and deadly sharp. They are his best weapon and his greatest allies in a fight. So he's going to barrel straight in, hit one, and try and get in for a bite. Okay.
That doesn't sound like good news.
No.
I got an 11, so I don't think that's going to be very good.
No, but you could spend an omen if you want.
No, he's only got one omen.
Okay. Well, you failed to hit
Yeah, he fails.
them. You've gone in to bite, but you've caught it in the leather.
He ends up biting Wima.
Okay, so that first guard turns around and tries to swing at Catler.
Okay.
Roll your defense.
Yeah, defense.
Surely the difficulty
Yeah,
rate is going to
11.
be quite low because you've got a body in between you. But there you...
Yeah, but there's 3 of them.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, it's a +2 defense rating +2. I've got armor. Duty test including defense. Okay.
What kind of armor do you have?
It says male armor.
I
Tier
didn't ask
2.
what gender it was.
Tier 2.
Tier 2, yeah, so that does affect your agility.
Yeah, and I've got agility tests RDR +2. As I'm clumsy and slightly dull-witted, so I'm also incapable of understanding.
Oh no, hang on.
of course.
Okay, no, yeah, tier 2, yeah. So it's +2 on agility, plus you're slightly dim-witted. So it's
Yes.
a definite hit then.
+4. So yeah, it's a definite hit.
Okay.
How many characters?
Roll
do
your
you
armor.
play?
Right for my armor's D4. What's that one? 1.
Oh,
You gonna kill me? You kill me outright? Come on.
How many hit points do you have?
I got 9.
Okay, you're fine. You're now down to 6.
Oh, good.
Are you guys really
Including my
pleased that you
one
went
armor.
north now?
yeah. Well, we don't know what's north yet.
No.
Yeah.
The exit, hopefully. Just the way out and all the treasure, right?
The prince, a big bag of swag, and the doorway outside. Yeah.
It's a nice exit sign.
Yeah.
A little green man running.
Okay, the second guard
Yeah.
is going to come for Harmug. So roll your defense.
Never split the party.
Wimmer shouldn't have gone to rescue him. That's
Yeah.
that's the downfall of this.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yay!
Excellent. So you get you avoid the attack and you get a free attack.
Action.
Okay. Let's roll again. And I rolled a 17.
Cool.
Nice.
So roll your damage.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Here's one for you, Phil.
Is that still poison?
Is my blade still poisoned, or has the poison come off?
I'm not sure it's actually specified, is it?
No,
It
it's
says
not.
Doses, doesn't it?
There are doses. I would imagine if you're like going to put it in a cup or whatever. But if you smeared it on a blade, I'll leave it with you, mate. I'm not precious about these things.
I would say that each dose is probably 1 round then. So you might need to reapply it.
Yeah, well, I can't because I've only got one arm.
In a movement action.
I would do normally, but I've only got one arm. But I think we need to
That's
put
a
that
really
into
good point.
consideration.
Okay.
So we'll give that through. So I did hit them for 4 then. I'm assuming their armor soaked a bit of that up.
Yeah, I did.
So that's my free action.
Okay.
So I guess it's the last guard, isn't it?
Yeah, the last guard's probably going to hit you as well because they're like, "What the hell? We just put you in that room for fuck's sake."
Isn't it? What are they doing with the guy we pushed out, the hallucinogenic lunatic?
Yeah.
Who's screaming his head off?
That's a good question. Okay, so yeah, the third guard will deal with that guy. So I'll roll for him. Yep, that's an obvious hit. And 6 points of damage. Slays that lunatic.
Oh, poor lunatic. I feel a bit guilty. A bit.
Right
Not
down
a lot,
the middle.
if I'm honest.
Put him out of his misery.
Wait, do I get to have a dab at my guard now then? He's got his back to me. We still got initiative?
I'm lost at where we were now. So
because they chased the hallucinogenic guy and went for him.
Yeah.
We ran out the room. I had a go. Erin had a go. And then the two other guards had a go at us.
Yeah.
And then
so
the
it's now
third
back
one's
to
killed
this
the
end.
lunatic.
Yeah.
Shall we pause and discuss what's happening at the north of the
absolutely. Yeah.
of the divide? You are in a sooty, hot forge. There are two large hearths used as smelters. There are chunks of meat hanging on ceiling hooks. I say chunks of meat. A couple of adults. 3 or 4 newborn babies.
Oh.
A couple of toddlers. New meat. Welcome.
We might have taken the wrong turn, sorry.
7 foot tall, built like a grizzly. Sooty, bald, covered in tattoos. Steps forward. In one hand, he has a flail, which he has just pulled from the forge. It is glowing. The description says red hot, but it's white hot. Fletcher. Can either Chris or Duncan please roll me a d6?
4.
You have initiative.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and pull out my dagger from my sandalwood box whilst moving to the opposite side of Fletcher from Sarvith to try and sort of make it a little bit harder for him to hit both of us with his flail. If I can take another action, I'll try and stab him with the dagger.
I think that would be... There's too many things going on. You're trying to run around him, retrieve a thing, and do another thing. I will also remind you don't have to fight him.
Yeah, well, I'm also going to say to him, I'm surreptitiously getting the dagger ready. We bring greetings from the Shadow King. He wishes to parley for his son, Alden.
He's mine.
I hope he's still alive. The Shadow King will not be pleased.
No response. Chris, what are you doing?
I have 200 silver. If you say he's alive. Well, no, he actually needs to be alive as well, though. Don't just say it.
He just snorts in your direction. Are you going to do anything else?
Well, if you're not going to give him up willingly, I am going to fight you to the death. And I'm going to pull out my sword. It's like I'm not gonna lose this one. And I'm going to cover my eyes. And I'm going to charge him with the sword again.
Okay. Do it.
Here we go. 17.
Yay!
That is a hit.
Yep. And I get 1d6 plus 1, which is 4 points of damage.
Can someone roll me a d4, please?
Oh,
Okay. You managed to draw your sword across his skin. And it goes across his skin.
Did I hit anything?
You did hit him. he, despite not wearing any armor, you didn't pierce the skin.
Okay.
Okay. Right. And with that, he will retaliate to Sarvith, I think. Sarvith's the only one who's attacked him so far.
Tried to negotiate.
You did, to be fair
attacked
to you,
him.
but you're like the UN.
Yeah,
Bribery will get you nowhere.
exactly. Yeah, roll your defense.
Cool. My defense is still DR10 with this sword. So I decided to roll a 3. So I'll
good
probably
effort,
use my
mate.
omen
So
and
then.
re-roll that,
Okay, go for it.
which is still only a 7. So doesn't really help. Plus 1, 8.
Omens are bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your armor.
I don't have any.
Okay,
Who needs armor?
You take 2 points of damage as he basically
Okay.
swings this flail straight at your chest. It burns badly.
It does, because that knocks me unconscious as I kind of drop my sword as I fall to the floor.
Okay. Excellent. Congratulations.
I'm at 0.
Okay.
Oh bloody hell!
Now roll your d4.
But Duncan, there's a magical sword on the floor, but
Chris, do you want to roll a d4?
Sure.
with a terrible French
4.
accent.
I'm always game for a gamble.
You know what happens with that, Mr. Chris?
I can't remember. Do I lose an arm as well?
No.
Oh, less than
Unfortunately, broken, when you roll a d4,
Yeah.
there are 4 possible consequences.
oh, good
If you roll a
God.
4, you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Happened last time.
You die.
Chris.
Yeah, you
So what actually
die.
happened was he swings this mace at you, the flail at you. It impacts you straight in the chest, cracks your ribs, sends you flying, and you basically fly backwards across the sludge into that pillar, and you whack your head on the back, and you slide down slowly into the sludge.
Oh,
Duncan, you're up.
mon ami.
Yeah, just the sword go with it.
Yeah, did the sword go with me?
Flip a coin.
Where's my... Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. No.
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 Sword is on the floor.
Oh, Duncan.
Okay. Exchange one magical sword for another. Well, he's Bellum's going to have to try and take advantage of the distraction. He's going to try and stab the
Do it.
Fletcher in the
Come on.
back.
Do it.
He's got
Come
2
on,
omen points. That's a 14 plus 2. That's 16.
That's a hit.
Now, if I roll a 1
Roll
on
a
a
1,
D,
Duncan.
on a D4,
Come on.
Come on.
yes.
I'll let you describe exactly what happens. I remember this weapon.
Seeing Sarvis so easily dispatched, Bellum kind of almost shits himself. And in desperation, because he knows this is the only chance he's got, he just kind of jumps up and sticks it as far as he can up this guy's back, but it's probably just about his buttock, probably. Gets him in the buttock with this dagger, and immediately Fletcher sort of freezes and keels over, dead
Yeah.
instantly.
I'm just going to update the map for everyone, so bear with me. But yeah, that's an instant death.
And he's like froth coming out of his mouth. And that sort
Yeah.
of, bloody hell! That was close. He's going to go
Very
snatch up
close.
the
You're
sword.
really
lying
lucky
there.
as well, for reasons I'll go into. Okay, so you are towering over, or kind of standing over a very, very dead.
Can I do a search of the body?
Yeah, D66.
35.
You find a note. And on that note is a list of names. Sarvith's name is crossed out, as was the name of Chris's previous character and the name of Aaron's previous character.
Okay, so like a list of the dead. Okay.
Harmux is crossed out as well.
Soon to be dead. I don't know. Okay. I'll kind of scoop up.
There's one more thing.
Okay.
Just as that happened and you killed Fletcher, human flesh begins to rain down from the ceiling.
Nice.
I need you to do an agility test.
Great.
DR8. So it's quite an easy one to miss.
12.
Well, like lumps.
Yeah, 12.
Strips.
Yeah. Lumps of human flesh, basically chunks, start raining down from the ceiling. But yeah, you're fine. You managed to avoid that.
Okay.
And the gutworm kind of raises up from the pool, and then just at the same time as that death happens, just plunges, almost collapses down into the
The
I'm just
black
trying to
murk.
interpret this. Yeah, back into the sludge. And kind of goes a slightly different shade of black, almost like a grey black.
Okay. Is there anything else to describe in this room? Is there any doors or?
It's lit by two large hearths used as smelters, ovens for preparing meals, chunks of meat hang on ceiling hooks. To the east, there's a door to the debris, to what they call the debris room. Hang on, let me just update the map. So I thought I had, but I had not. Replace that. So to the east, there is the door.
Okay.
And actually, to the west, there is a stepladder.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna scoop up the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I might
The door
just.
to the east is wooden.
Okay. Does it look like it's got a lock in it and like a key hole or anything like that?
You go up to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lock. It opens straight away.
Okay.
Let me just add that to the map.
This is going into the room where the other door was locked, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
The one that we tried to drill through the around the lock of.
Yes, that's the right one. Okay. Back down in room 4.
Ooh, it looks like a junk room.
Mm. Belongings, maybe.
Chris, you are under a pile of corpses and whatever else in room 5, the one other marginally sane person. You're emaciated, so whatever your hit points are, I would say, unless it kills you, take 1 or 2 off.
That would kill me.
Okay. That's why you're so weak then.
Yep.
You're automatically, yeah, that's why you got such low hit points.
Yeah.
I have a HP of 1.
Okay. Okay, but that's why you're so weak.
Chris, just roll it. Just roll another one. Just roll it again.
No, I want this one.
Chris, you wake up broken. Roll a d4.
That's a god body.
No, you basically
Phil is running out of corpses to reanimate you, but that's give him a chance.
I know. I mean, technically, I could stop giving them to you and then have a TPK, but that's just no fun. Okay.
Yeah, you basically see like a skeleton with skin on it. As he kind of gets up and he puts this like leather helmety thing on his head as he grabs it from like underneath another body.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he's got like a Phantom of the Opera kind of style leather mask going over his face. And he says, "Clarice, where are you?" And he kind of turns around and he's like, and then you hear a come from somewhere else in the dungeon as you hear a hawk kind of screaming out at its master.
You hear the screaming of the hawks.
But it's somewhere in there. It's somewhere in here. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Clarice.
Okay. I would say that Harmug and Katla, it is actually your initiative at the moment.
Aaron, you can go first if you want.
Okay. So
You've got one guard that's pretty hurt, one guard that's a little bit hurt, and one guard that's absolutely fine and's just killed someone.
we'll go for whichever one's the one that I was already attacking first, because I went in for I pushed forward with my meat shield and then went in for a bite, but they bit my meat shield rather than the
okay. Yep, I know which one that was.
Attacking.
That's the one that's the most hurt.
Yes. So okay. He goes whilst they drops his meat shield and goes in for a grab and a bite. He's going in for a second go at this. That's another one. This is a really good syndrome dice, this one. Yeah.
I think you're about to lose all your teeth.
Yeah, that's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Chris had a character that was also a fanged deserter, and he went to bite a porcelain automaton. So
so he leaps in to bite at this guard, and in doing so,
basically he grabs his sword, pulls it up, twists it so that the blade is facing you.
Yeah, and he just gets straight in, knocks him out.
Clang.
Yeah.
How did you describe it? His greatest asset.
Yes, they were his greatest asset. His best friends. It says here, I have 30 or so friends who never let me down. They're my teeth. And these teeth sort of drop out of his mouth and scatter across the floor like that. And he's just...
Did you not have an omen to re-roll that with?
I did, but it's more amusing if I don't.
Okay.
he's got the pooey stick of Galgadbeck or whatever it is as well.
Excellent.
On him. So he has also got a stinky poo sword. So
so you failed that roll.
Yeah, he failed that roll. He lost all his teeth.
Harmug, you're up.
And he's now standing there.
Choppy time. Just seeing what's happened to Katla. Go for the same guard. Frothy mouth.
Yep.
Right, let's try and roll some dice here. We've rolled a 19 to hit on the first one, which rolls down to an 18. And that's a D6. Clear that. That is 3 points of damage for the first hit.
Okay. Yep.
He's still up.
He's still up.
Oh, God. And I've rolled a 15, coming down to a 14 for the second one.
Okay, that's a hit.
And I rolled 4 damage.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, yep. You finished
He's
it
still
off.
stood up.
He's gone.
Oh, God for that.
So one guard is down.
Just 2 more.
Oh, well tough.
Chris,
Phil, have I got a move?
you have got a move.
Can I run as my fat? Can I run as fast as my little legs will carry me straight down the stairs? Can I get past the guards?
Sure, but they might chase you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm off.
Okay. Chris.
Yep. I'm going to try and grab any weapon I can, and it's like just because it's in my equipment, I'm going to grab the nearest meat cleaver, and I'm going to try and come down on the head of one of the guards. Is that 18?
That's definitely a hit.
Okay, and that'll do 2 damage. At which point, I think I will also turn and run, seeing one of you haven't run off.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'll just run down in my underpants.
There's a sight we'll make: a one-armed man and a skeleton in pants.
He's got no armor, isn't
I love to make anybody's run in terror.
So basically, you've abandoned Catler.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The toothless one.
Catler, do you want to roll your agility?
Oh. 15, but my agility tests are +2.
That's fine. It was a pass anyway. And roll again.
Again, another agility.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, didn't pass that unless it was very, very low. I got 4.
Yeah. So roll your armor.
Oh, goody. 3. Oh, no, sorry, wrong dice. I rolled a D6. It was meant to be a D4. Sorry. 4.
Okay. Take 2 points of damage.
Oh, good. Ow. Okay, I'm down to 4 hit points.
Okay. And Catler, you're up.
Okay. He's a little dim-witted and a little slow, is Catler. But even he realizes when he's outnumbered and outgunned with these 2
He's got plenty of guns.
he's dim-witted and he's all guns. He sort of decided, taking 2 guards on who clearly have now beaten him down twice. It's really not a good idea. And having seen 2 other people run out the door, he's going to attempt to run after them.
Okay.
So I need to roll.
Do you want to try and twat someone on the way past?
Yeah. So I have my stinking sword of the brown scimitar of Gargabek that they didn't bother taking off me when they locked me in that meat cellar because honestly it looks like a big sharp pooey stick. So he's going to run past and try and twat at one of them with his scimitar and throw his dice on the floor. I'll roll that again. 15.
Yep, so hit.
Yay! And that's a D10.
Ouch.
10.
Ouch.
Ooh. Not even going to roll armor for that.
Hey!
Max damage.
Yay!
So that's dead.
Yay!
Big brown smear across their face.
Yeah.
And he then runs off. Runs off there. Hooray! Hooray! You bastard! Hooray for me!
Okay. So you're now out of that room. Bellum, what are you doing?
I was opening the door, so I've scooped up the
Yes.
sword. So I've got the sword. I've opening the door. Seeing
Yep.
what's in this room.
Let me just grab the description. It's stale. It's hard to breathe in there. Bear with me. You suddenly hear an unpleasant wailing sound. It surrounds you and almost kind of passes through you. And you see in front of you the image of probably she would have been beautiful at one time. And she just wails in your direction about the awful cannibalism, how she had been here, locked here for seems like 100 years almost. She has no idea. The cannibalism that her entire family was eaten. Every family that she had here was eaten. And she begs you to end the horror. And
Okay.
and
It's not exactly Butlins, is it?
no. She says, please, that creature, he has to go. He has to die, please.
Which creature? The tall creature? Fletcher.
Yes.
I have dispatched the foul fiend. Your
She
torment
starts
is
crying.
over.
She starts crying. And, yeah, you see her disappear into the mist.
A good
South
deed
of
done.
where you are is a wooden door. It is locked.
Is there anything else in the room?
I forgot to tell you, when you searched Fletcher's body, you found an oddly shaped key.
Aha.
Yeah, there's trash, there's bones, there's a torch.
Okay. Oh, I suppose I'll open the door. I use the key and unlock the door.
Yep. It opens straight into room 12.
Can I see them running down the steps in front of me in the other side of the room? The other
Sure.
end of the room? I'm going to shout out, come on, quickly! And I'll get ready to close the door and lock the door once they're through.
Okay.
Sprint straight towards Posh Boy.
Given
Okay.
Harmog's the only one I know. Harmog, what's happened to you? Where's your arm gone?
No time for that now, you fool! Push him out of the way and get in the room.
Who are these two?
Just get him in quick and shut the door!
Okay, well, I'll wait for them to get through the door and then I'll lock it. Close it and lock it with a key.
You notice that the The violins have stopped. And as you lock the door, you can hear, because it's only a wooden door, the guards run into that room and they comment as such. They then start conversing and asking why they're here. And none of them can quite remember.
Some sort of magic spell held them in control.
Through the door, I'm going to shout, you were trying to attack us. Are you going to stop now?
Don't remind
Who are
them.
you?
What do you mean, who am
Who
I?
are you?
I don't know.
You're the guards here, aren't you?
You knocked my teeth out.
Chop my arm off!
There's some crazy people in there. Don't know what they're talking about.
Where's Aldrin?
Don't know who that is.
Worthless idiots.
Come
on,
who are you talking about?
You don't know anything. You're of no use to us.
Don't know anyone by that name.
Turn to Bellum. Say, is there another way out here?
Yes. Come on.
Let's go.
I'll lead him to the step ladder.
You hear the guard saying, "Oh, I've never heard of anyone called that. Do you know anyone by that name? Oh, I don't know. Is it a male name? Well, maybe. I don't know."
Idiots. Well, we might have found you another fool. Oh, damn it. I'm the last of my line. Oh. Poor Hamfund has lost the family's sword. I wonder if I can get the trumpet.
Does the stepladder lead back to the corridor? Yeah. And if I follow the corridor,
no, it doesn't exactly.
No. Okay.
So do you
Where's
go
the
up the step ladder?
At the other end of the
the
room
other
with the forge.
Yeah,
Forges.
yeah. Let's ascend the ladder. There doesn't appear to be anything else down here.
Yeah.
Can one of you idiots help me, please? One-armed man can't climb ladders, as it turns out.
I'll help you. I'll help you, one arm. And with that,
You look
Catelyn
like a
just sort of
servant.
pushes you, sort of like launches you straight up the ladder.
So if you go up the ladder, there's a wooden hatch at the top of it.
Go
And you
through
open
the
that
wooden hatch.
Like a missile.
Yeah.
I'm going to presume that you managed to open that.
With your
My
head.
head, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
One-handed flying.
Yeah.
Superman.
Reach for it. Reach for it. Phil, reach for it with my ghost arm. That I've forgotten I don't have. And just plow straight into it and straight through it. I feel no pain. I'm still high.
Okay.
What's on the other side of the ladder at the top?
You get to the top. It's a subtle smell of sulfur. As you open it up, and you go in. There's 3 oil lamps hanging from the ceiling. In the middle of the room, there is. Let me just grab the picture. There is a rusty pump with muddy liquid in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Give it a sniff, Phil. Is it blood? He's a mic. It's not blood.
It kind of smells like something slightly muddy.
Give the arm a pump.
Yeah.
With my one arm.
Yep.
Anything happen? Oh, God.
2 massive black dogs with shaggy, oily fur pad down the corridor. And one of them launches itself at you. Roll your
I take
defense.
it they. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Roll your actually, hang on. No, you go first.
Hey. So there's 2 dogs. Was busy playing with that pump.
Mm-hmm.
But they come from in front of me, Phil, or behind me?
They've come down from the corridor, so
I can't. Sorry. Have you got a map? I can't imagine where we are now. Sorry.
yeah.
I've slightly lost track
So
of
the
where
pump
we're
is
at.
here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we've come up.
Okay, and they've come from down there.
They come from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we all up in the room,
Yeah, I suppose we probably would.
or is it just me?
It depends on whether we could all get up there by the time you just.
If you
pump
went
the
up
thing.
and started going, oh look, there's a pump, I think everyone else probably would have.
I think people would have. Yeah, certainly.
we'll do
Kala
that.
it would have been immediately next.
Yeah.
Because he launched Harmog straight up through the trapdoor, up the ladder. So
Well, Bellum
Kala
definitely
would
doesn't
have
want to be
come up
last.
next.
So he'll be up next. He'll push Legan out the way and go there.
Unfortunately, I've run out of my enervating snuff. So I'm gonna. Have I got enough time? Even though I'm one-armed, I'm not gonna have enough time really.
You're gonna wave at them.
Yeah. Hello. I was just wondering if, ideally, if I had 2 arms, I'd pull out my poison, chuck it on my axe, and then have an attack. But since I'm one-armed, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that.
You would have to.
Could I
balance
throw the
axe
poison
on your?
Could I throw the poison?
No, I think because
It's contact poison, isn't it? So I know that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's more like a venom, I would say.
What else have I got? What about that hallucinogenic stuff? Would that?
Yeah.
Is that vaporized? Give that a go.
You could.
I'd know, wouldn't I? I'd know if it was like a powder and it puffed up and they inhaled it.
Let me have a look at the.
The descriptions are a bit average, to be honest. I think it sort of leads it up to us. What it says in the description on my thingy is the
vapor. It's a vapor. There's Meal's vapor.
Yeah, it is a vapor. Yeah, severe hallucinogens.
Yeah, I would say that you would be able to, if you succeed in
you could chuck the ball and it smashes and turns it away.
You'll be able to get one of them.
Okay, let me lob that then. Oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be a presence test.
Okay. I rolled a 10. But hang on, I got plus on my presence. I got plus, so I've rolled 12.
Okay, fine.
So I launched this hallucinogenic. So he's now got to make smashes, I guess, in front of him.
Yeah.
He's got to make a difficulty, a DR 14 toughness roll, is it?
Yeah.
Just says DR 40. Yeah, DR 14 test.
Doesn't say
what it's tough.
No.
See if we can see
What's
this.
going on here?
Cocked.
Can't see it, Phil.
Can't
sorry.
read it.
No.
It's far too small.
What is it?
20.
Are you kidding me? Oh, dear me.
He gets a free attack.
Yep. Well, I mean,
Is that?
is it a defense? It's probably
No, it's not really. It's a whether you're succumbing to a.
Yeah, so he's just immune to it,
Pathogen.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do I at least have time to pick my axe back up, or am I unarmed as well?
I
Literally.
would say
Excuse
at
the
this
pun.
point, you'll be able to use your axe in your next round.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And yeah, the thing's going to come straight at you then.
Sweet.
So roll your defense. There's 2 of them.
I rolled a 9, which means I failed my defense.
Okay. So it's 3 points of damage.
Okay, 2 come off because I rolled
Yeah.
2 on my armor.
Okay,
One
so it's
point.
1 point of damage. Can you also roll me a toughness roll, please?
Yeah. I got 16 modified.
Okay, that's fine. The second one is also going to attack you, though.
Okay.
So yeah, again, roll your
Yeah, sorry.
defense.
Oh no. He's rolled a natural 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay. So 7 points of damage.
Do I get armor?
Your armor is reduced by 1 tier.
Is that before or after I roll it, Phil?
I'm not sure, actually.
If you're being very kind, you'd let me have this one last go of my armor before it gets shredded.
If it's by tier, it must be before you roll, right?
It's tier 1.
PC takes damage,
T2.
double damage, and armor is reduced by 1 tier.
Yeah.
When armor is damaged, penalties to strength and agility tests are not modified. Armor reduced below first tier is ruined and cannot be repaired. So I'd say basically he's just shredded your armor.
Yeah, but it absorbed 2 points of damage on the way out. So how much damage did you do to me, Phil?
7.
So that's 5, 6. I is deed. Very
Oh.
deed.
So he just basically goes straight for your shoulder and manages to just get your neck. And just
I was enjoying that
pierces
character. I liked him.
It would have been good to level up as well, to progress, should we say.
He was doing so close.
So those of you that are coming up that ladder, you just see this huge mongrel black dog with shaggy, oily fur, who's just sort of attached itself to Harmug's throat.
From the top.
Right, Catler's next up the ladder. And
Catler's next up the ladder, and he goes to wave his pooey brown stick at the dog that's just attacked Harmer.
Yep. Okay.
10.
Not a hit.
Poo stick failed.
Yeah, no, the poo stick does say it's a DR10 attack and defense.
Oh,
okay. You're fine then.
Ooh,
Okay, that's cool.
cheeky.
5 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Yep.
Oh, and it says you have a 1 in 6 chance of a wounded enemy being smitten with a potent sepsis, dying in 10 minutes.
Okay. So just roll a d10 and
a D6. 1 in.
D6.
Roll a
oh,
1 on a
sorry,
D6.
misheard you.
And what do you want? If it's
6 is a critical success. So that will.
okay. Nope. It was 3.
Okay. Sorry, how much damage did you do on that?
5, wasn't
So
it?
5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. So, yeah. One dog has been very badly hurt. And the other one is untouched at this point.
So he swiped round.
Bellum.
Had a really good go at it.
Right, I'm gonna need to. Chris, you're gonna need to tell me about this sword and what its properties are from your previous character.
It's attack and defense DR10. When you hit, it's a 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Yep.
And you have a 1 in 6 chance of hitting a friend or yourself if the sword isn't pleased.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget the crap French accent.
Yeah, and it's French, yeah.
That's the main reason why I really debated whether to pick up this sword.
Oh,
Sacre bleu!
As soon as I start waving the sword and go to attack, you just hear, "Oh, Mayor, the nether buffoon! Let's see if he cuts the mustard." And he's going to roll to hit. 17, 18, 19.
that's definitely a hit.
1d6 plus 1. 6, 7.
Which one were you going for, by the way?
The one that's undamaged, I think.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Ooh la la! He is on fire!
Cool.
Pretty good.
It's gonna turn round and try and go for Bellum.
Okay.
It's not pleased.
Right.
So yeah, roll
Right.
defense.
And it's agility, isn't it? I get +2 because it's I got mail armor on.
But don't you have a fancy sword?
DR's 10 anyway. Yeah,
Oh, is it DR10 anyway? Okay.
yeah for defense as well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's 12. I rolled a 12, so I passed
Cool.
that then.
Yep, success. And the other one...
He's fantastic.
the other one's going to go after Catler.
Fine. That's a 3.
Okay.
It hits.
It does indeed hit. And in terms of damage... right.
Roll the correct dice for my armor.
Okay, it's 2 points of damage.
And I rolled a 3 on my armor.
Okay, fine. So it tries to bite you. Your armor kind of just stops it from piercing your skin.
Hey, that's back the doggy.
Okay.
Have we completely killed one already?
Yeah.
Cool. We've just got this other really wounded one left.
Yeah.
So
Back
is
to the top.
And we've got Ligand coming up the ladder now.
Yeah, so I kind of make it to the top of the ladder. It's like, Clarice, where are you? Is my hawk here? I'll leave it
No.
up to you. No.
okay.
Then
You can just about, you think, hear a faint sound of a hawk from the other side of the sludge.
What sludge?
I was in the other side of the room.
So, I didn't describe this. The room you're in, the pump room, has a hole in the wall.
Okay.
So you can see the sludge from there, and it's like it's coming from the statue room.
Okay, got you. Yeah. So where that big column was.
Is it
Where?
the same kind of stuff? Or is it the other stuff was black, this is brown?
We're looking at the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the stuff in the pump is not the same as the stuff that's in
Okay.
the big room. But you think you can hear the bird from the direction of the room where that was.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and cast a spell from my scroll.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and cast Night's Chariot to turn it pitch black and to try and make an exit down the hatch. And I rolled a 10.
Okay.
So I take 2 D2 hit points, which is 1. I have 1 hit point, so I'm now unconscious. Yeah.
Roll a D4.
Stress of that was too much. Where's my D4 gone? 3.
Hang on a second. I need to find the page again.
Starts to bleed out the ears. He's trying to cast this spell.
Hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Death in D2 hours unless treated. All tests are DR16 for the first hour and DR18 for the last hour. So
I will die within the hour.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. So you're hemorrhaging on the top of the ladder.
Yep.
Bellum.
The most potent spellcast.
Bellum, what are you doing?
I gotta hit the
Hit the
go
doggy.
for another hit with the dog.
All right.
Another hit. Oh, he rolls a 4. Misses badly.
Does miss badly.
Oh, mad. Your luck is run out.
Okay. Catler, what are you doing?
Just waving his poo stick.
Do I have to roll this 1 in 6 chance if I've missed about hitting
Yeah.
myself or a friend? Okay,
Probably.
I rolled a d6. 2. All right.
So 15. So it hits.
Yeah, that's a hit.
3.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
1 in 6 poison. No,
Okay. There's one dog left.
there was 1 dog left to start with. Is there still 1 dog left?
No. There were 2 dogs, not 3 dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're both dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you just.
I see my spell helped.
Is there anything else in this room? So there's a pump.
There's a pump with some.
And pumping the handle. Harmer pump the handle.
It's kind of like a muddy
Anything
water
came
comes out of
in,
it.
Muddy, slushy water. Is there anything else in the room?
To describe the room, 3 oil lamps hanging from the ceiling, 1 rusty pump with muddy liquid, hatch in the floor, hole in the wall, view over the sludge. You can see a pillar with the skeletons.
Are the skeletons playing music again?
No,
Are they there?
they're there.
Okay.
So
Well, they're just having a cigarette break. or
So
something.
there's a hole in the wall where we can look back down into this big room with the black sludge and the pillar with the skeletons on, and then the other way is just walking down the corridor where the pit trap was.
Yeah.
So we've missed something somewhere.
And also Ligon is hemorrhaging.
Oh, should we give him something to help him? I haven't got anything. I don't have anything.
Has anybody got anything that can help him?
Oh, I've got that vial actually.
Check Harmon's body.
Oh.
Let's just
Yeah,
check.
I didn't realise he
Harmon's-
died. Yeah, let's check Harmon's body.
Yeah. Let's check out what arm.
He had some things on him, didn't he?
Oh,
He kept healing himself. How many are there?
2 of the healing potions.
One for you, Ligon, and one for me. Oh,
To administer one to Lagan.
It's 1d6, isn't it? So I gain
are
my 1
you
hit point back.
injured? Are you injured, Catler?
I've got 4 hit points out of 9, so I'm
Oh.
a bit injured, but
You should. You need this more than I do.
okay,
I
sure.
I've only taken 1 hit the whole game.
Thank you.
Oh no, actually,
no.
no. I am damaged. I've only got 3 hit points. I'm down. I'm down hit points. But yeah,
Well,
fine.
You can always
take it
rest,
if you
can't we?
want
Catch your breath.
You can
Yeah,
rest.
let's have some food.
Can
You
I
rest.
climb through the hole in the wall?
Yeah.
it. I've got
But
rope and
you'll
a grappling
just
hook.
fall into the sludge.
Can I put my head out and shout, Clarice?
Yeah. You can.
Jesus, right.
Get back here now!
You can hear Clarice, the screaming of the bird, just faintly, very, very faintly.
Good. What a useless animal.
Okay. So have you rolled for your healing, Chris?
I didn't need to because the maximum I can have is 1 anyway.
What a waste of a potion. Okay.
I'm awake.
So I'm gonna
And
stop and have something
I'm
to eat.
still going to die within the
Stop and
hour,
have
right?
something
'Cause
to
I'm
eat.
broken.
That's D4 hit points.
I'm still going to die within the hour because I'm broken, though, right?
Just gonna have a quick Big Mac.
Yeah, let's just stop and have a rest.
1 hit point back.
I got 2 back.
I think those potions stop. I can't remember because the character's gone now. But I think those
Yeah.
potions stop bleeding and
Conditions.
conditions.
I think so too. But I'm actually looking at myself and I can't easily quickly find it.
What's the name of the potion?
The
Elixir
elixir of
Vitalis.
Vitalia.
Yeah. Stops infection. Heals D6 hit points. Stops infection. That's what
Yeah,
it
it's
says.
not an infection. So by the time you have a short rest, I'll die.
Well, I don't know how you'd consider it as treated.
Use up your last valuable moments. What do you
We'll
think?
heal you and then sit and have
Having a
sit and have
snooze.
some dinner.
Never wake up again.
You'll never see your bird again.
Reese comes back as he dies.
Okay, I think I
Sits
found
on
it.
his master's chest.
You found it?
I found it, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just
Surely
says
if your
infection.
hit
So,
points then heal. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's GM's discretion.
Yeah, I think because like you've lost an arm, you can't grow that back just because you go back to 1 hit point. I think I'm still going to hemorrhage out within an hour because that's why it gave me a time limit.
Yeah, but hemorrhaging is bleeding, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say that for the purposes of screw it, you have been treated. Someone's given you a magical healing potion.
Yeah, I really wouldn't worry. He's not going to survive that long anyway.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, he can get blown over and die.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, okay, you've had a rest. Everyone who's had some food or drink also gets to heal D4 hit points. You're in room number 7. I'll bring that back up.
I think we either head down back to 15, or maybe we should investigate the room right at the front that we didn't go into.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. A or B. Let's go to the room at the front.
But yeah, let's do the room at the front first, and then we can always.
Because we know that what's.
Did we miss something in room 12? Because it looks like there's something on the wall, and I don't remember a description of anything being on the walls.
Yeah. Is this Phil not hiding the secret door from us?
Maybe.
It's something.
But we've not had a clue to what to do with the statue anyway.
No.
Other than put your arm in it.
We'll put some meat in it. Let's try that.
Try on the way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go back that way.
Okay.
We can take.
There are bodies all around in room 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can take a body from there. Take an arm or something.
Or something that will fit in his eye socket.
Yeah. And we'll put it in the eye socket.
Like an eye.
Yeah. Like an eye from the body.
Okay.
Okay. So you head back down the step ladder. You go through room 15. You pick from the bodies and you pull an eye from one of the corpses. You then head through the stinky, horrible junk room. I can't remember what they actually called that now. And let's have a look. Debris room. And you head into room 12. And the floor has now flattened itself back out again in room 12. And you put the eye into the statue. And with a click, the door opens up in the wall. Inside that room, there are torches burning. There is violin music again.
Are the skeletons playing violin music again?
They are.
The break must be over.
Pudgy boy sits on a bench gnawing on human bones. Well, who are you then?
I say, you must be Alden.
Of course I am.
We're from your father. We're to take you home. You're a naughty little boy.
No, I'm fine.
It's a very naughty boy. He's been eating people.
What would your father think?
I don't know. I'm fine here, thanks.
No, Callum walks into the room and grabs him. He's got some rope on him. He grabs the little boy. And he's going to try and rope him up and carry him out.
Okay. That's surprisingly easy. The room itself, it's hot and small and confined, and the torches make it hotter. You having a good look round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a bookshelf. On the bookshelf is a large iron hook, a mirror, and a crossbow.
Anybody good at agility could use a crossbow?
No.
Presents.
Is it presents?
Yeah.
Well, we'll pick it up. Not really assigning it to anybody. We'll pick it up. And the mirror and a
crossbow.
And a large iron hook.
Large iron hook.
The large iron hook, is that mounted in the wall?
It's probably what he's eating off.
It's just on the bookshelf,
Oh, it's just on the bookshelf.
Is it like a
like a meat hook.
like in Jaws with the chop hook sort of?
Yeah,
friggin'
Yeah.
meat?
pretty much.
Yeah.
On the wall,
Yeah, pick them
on
all
the
up.
opposite wall, there's a bull whip.
Yeehaw.
If anyone
Yeah.
wants a bull whip.
Yeah, I'll try the bull. Well, anybody else want a bull whip?
No, you have it.
Okay.
Okay.
So that
I
bull
just
whip-
want my Clarice.
on the bullwhip itself has got cryptic runes on it. It actually deals D4. It's a D4 plus. That doesn't really make sense. D4 plus necroplasmic shock. D4 damage is what it says. That hangs on the wall, so you take that off. On the top of the bookshelf is a bird,
Hey!
Hey!
perfectly alive.
That's not Clarice. My Clarice is blue.
As you look closer at the bird, it is actually blue, but it's covered in blood.
You bloody
Looks
messy
purple.
bird.
That's purple. And there are some bowls on the bench with just water and food in them.
Okay.
I'm gonna wash down Clarice, put her back on my shoulder.
Mhm.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too hot.
Yeah.
You make your way south. You
Oh,
go
can
through.
I just just pop into room 9 very quickly and see whether I can leave off any gems?
Yeah, absolutely. And
Being
yes, you
very
can.
quietly.
No, it's
very
fine.
quiet.
You do it very quietly, but the
Oh, the snake
the
expired,
gutworm
didn't
is
it?
just
The
floating
gutworm's
on the
gone, yeah.
surface
Yeah,
of the. Yeah. Do a DR 12 strength test.
That's 18.
Yeah. Okay. You managed to lever 3 gems from the wall. Each of them is worth 200 silver.
Nothing will make up for Hamfund, but this might help.
You get down to through 8, through 4, and into room 3. The air is slightly smoky, and it's quite cool in here. There's a couple of torches dimly glowing. There are 2 beds. In those beds are skeletons. Probably human skeletons. It's quite hard to tell. There is a gigantic bookshelf with obscure literature.
Maybe the skeletons work in shifts.
Is this any use to you? Are these anything here in use to you, Lygan? You appear
There's a
to be
bedside
some...
table with withered flowers.
Well, I don't cast spells. I don't do magic.
Catler is totally uninterested in all the books. He can't read spells. He doesn't understand.
Bellum will have a
written
quick
word,
look.
So
Okay.
he just
What are you
sort of
looking at the
wanders
books?
straight past
Yeah.
it.
Roll me a d4.
3.
Everything you look at is just complete nonsense and completely incomprehensible.
Like, means nothing to me. Gobbledygook. Let's be off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head down into room 1. Oh no, sorry, I forgot to say. Also in room 3 is Leslie.
Who the
Oh,
hell are you? What are you doing
is
here?
she still alive?
She's still alive.
Ah, hello. Where did you go to? We were hoping to...
Not a fan of confrontation.
Well, you let your friends attack us. That was very confrontational.
Who is this
I
woman?
didn't trust your motives.
Well, Fletcher's dead by my hand. Are you happy now?
Yes, I am.
Don't
You
seem
can
too
leave.
happy about it.
You can leave if you like.
I think we will.
You're not coming with us.
I'm going. And with that, Catelyn stomps out.
Yeah.
Yep.
She basically explains that she, her greenhouse means a lot to her. She's not going anywhere.
Okay.
and you return to the entrance where the envoy of the Shadow King is waiting for you. Takes you a few days to get back, or possibly a couple of hours. It's hard to tell. Where Alden is reunited ungratefully with Daddy, who refuses to feed him the diet to which he's become accustomed. But you are free. You are allowed to keep everything that you found, including in Harmag's case, death.
He'll be missed. I enjoyed playing him. It was good fun.
Yeah, it was great.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. That's the end of the scenario.
Struck down his prime by a dog.
Bella made it.
Bella was
made
the
it.
Only one to
survived.
make it. Yeah.
Fair play.
One lucky roll, I think. Otherwise, he'd have been dead as a door.
Yeah.
Cheers, Phil. That was good for us. I enjoyed that.
So,
Yes, thank you.
thank you, everyone, for watching this show. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, then please hit the subscribe button, all that sort of stuff down there. It's quite late here now. It's nearly 11:30 on the school night. So we're going to wrap it up here. Again, my name's Phil. You can find me on Twitter at GuruPhil. You can find us at The Dark Orb. Please subscribe on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook with at The Dark Orb UK there. It's been great fun. Thank you very much to Duncan, Erin, Morgan, and Chris for joining us. We'll be back next week for the second in our... What's the 2 version of a trilogy? Duology? Duology?
Book number 2.
It's a damn good
double
question. I'll
header.
give you that much.
Yeah.
Double
Pub
header.
quiz question and half that.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
The sequel.
The sequel. And we will be doing Flails Akimbo. And I'm so excited about that. It's going to be great. Yeah, hopefully see you then. Thanks very much. Take care.
Cheers.
Ciao for now.
Bye.